What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to another match day here on Anfield Agenda. The Reds taking on Ipswich Town at Anfield in what will be a 3 p.m. kickoff. As always, appreciate you guys being with us. Thank you very much for your support. Just to get it out of the way nice and early, I'll be watching it on my Spanish DAZN account. For those who are going to ask how I'm watching the game today, it isn't on Premier Sport in Ireland. It isn't on in the UK, of course, because it's a 3 p.m. game. So we got to get creative today, and very happy to be able to do so. So I will be able to keep you guys fully up to date with what's going on. Of course, love to know your thoughts ahead of the game. The team news is in. You can see it on the screen, but I will go through it there for you. Today, for the Reds, it's Alisson in goal, Trent at right back, Robbo at left back, Ibrahima Konate and Virgil van Dijk are your centre-backs. Again in midfield, as expected, Ryan Gravenberch. Then we've got Dominic Szoboszlai, Alexis McAllister. And up top, Mohamed Salah, Cody Gakpo and Luis Diaz. No place in the starting 11 today for Darwin, which is a little bit of a surprise. He is sticking with the front three that he's gone with for the last few weeks. And let's see how it works out. Currently at the match, said Callum, let's get the win. Well, thank you very much, Callum, and thank you for being a member, bro, for 17 months as well. Really do appreciate your support. And of course, today being a match day, we are being brought to you thanks to our incredible sponsors, Manscaped. Just a reminder, you can get yourself 20% off and free shipping. That's 20% off and free shipping store-wide at manscaped.com with our code Anfield20, or scan the QR code in the bottom corner. So loads of people predicting 2-3-0 wins, and that's kind of where my head's at as well, folks, to be honest with you. It should, hopefully in theory, be a straightforward afternoon. But, you know, it's the Premier League, so you never know. Let's hope we get the job done today, because we could do it to 3 points to keep on chugging along. Arsenal in action at 3 o'clock as well. They're away against Wolves today. So we will try and keep you up to date with that scoreline. Bozzy, or Bozy, I'm not sure which way I'm supposed to pronounce that one, said, do you think Elliott should have got the start? I mean, you could absolutely make an argument to give him the start, because he played so well when he came on at half-time in the last game. And I'm a big Elliott fan, so would always look for him to get a run out. And I know people are concerned maybe at the lack of rotation from Arne. So, you know, I understand those concerns as well. Would I have started Elliott? Yes, I probably would have, to be fair. But if he doesn't start today, I hope he gets a start away against PSV Eindhoven on Wednesday. How does the bench look? It is Kelleher, Endo, Nunes, Chiesa, Elliott, Costas, Dans, Kwanzaa and Bradley. You will see the bench scrolling across the bottom of the screen as well. For those of you who missed that perhaps. But just again to reiterate, the bench is Kelleher, Endo, Darwin, Chiesa, Elliott, Costas, Dans, Kwanzaa and Bradley. That is the Liverpool bench today. We'll have a look at the opposition team for the first time and see what they've gone with. It's Walton in goal, then Burns, Tuanzebe, O'Shea, Greaves and Davies making up the back five. Then it's a midfield four of Philogene, Morsey, Phillips and Hutchinson, and then Liam Delap up top. That is the starting 11 for Kieran McKenna's side. Jones, Jota Gomez still injured. Yes, yes and yes. All of those not on the bench today. I was wondering about Curtis Jones. I was wondering if we were going to see him in the squad today or not. But yes, no place on the bench for him, which means he's injured, Jota, and obviously Joe Gomez as well. So spot on, mate. I'm not convinced with Diaz in the false nine, said Harry. It's been hit and miss for me, Harry. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But let's wait and see how today goes. You know, no point in preempting the performance. But like yourself, I would have probably stuck with Darwin through the middle today. But let's get behind the team. You know, the manager's picked it, and let's just hope we get the win. And most importantly, no injuries. What do you think of Kieran McKenna? I think he's a good coach. I think he's a great coach, Val. Was mentioned for a lot of top jobs over the summer, but chose to stay at Ipswich Town after he got them promoted, back-to-back promotions. So yeah, look, great coach, bright future ahead of him, no doubt about that. But hopefully today it's a little bit too much. JPA said, "Am I sick?" No, mate, I'm just not freshly into the day yet. I've only had one cup of coffee. I'm one of these people that take a few hours to wake up properly. So no, not sick. Just not fully awake and into the day as of yet. Don't know why I'm more nervous than normal, said Ewan. I mean, I get it, mate. You know, every game's a big game when you're top of the league and everybody's trying to haul you back in. So, I get it. But hopefully we get the job done, you know. And I'm sure we will. I think we worry about ourselves a lot more than other people do. A lot of people, like, there's been a lot of praise of Liverpool lately, to be fair, in the media, calling us not just the best team in England, but perhaps the best team in the world. So, you know, and then you see Thomas Frank and other managers just constantly praising as well. We must be doing something right. So I'm sure that other teams coming are fearful of us. So, you know, but we're fans and we're always nervous. So I get it. Logan, how are you, sir? Hey, mate, any ideas for the best match day parking? So when Connor was over recently, he parked ages away. I think he parked about 25-minute walk away. I haven't been in a while, but when I was there used to be, if you got there early enough, there's 3 or 4 car parks in and around. And I don't know if they still do this, but the last time I drove over, we parked at Goodison on a match day. And I think they still do that, but maybe somebody in the chat who's been more recently can let you know. So yeah, we used to park down at Goodison when we went over because they always play on alternate days. So maybe somebody in the chat can let you know about that one. JCF102 said, always nervous before these games where we're expected to win. I get you. But let's just hope we do. Be nice to get a half full of goals today. Let everybody's confidence build up a little bit. So let's wait and see what happens. But look, it's another Liverpool game, so I'm excited to be here with you all. Who's my favourite player at Liverpool? Probably Alisson. Yeah, I'd say in order, Alisson, Virgil, Salah, probably in that order. It used to be Bobby Firmino, without a shadow of a doubt. When Bobby was here, Bobby was my boy. But those 3, I love Elliott as well. Do you know, to be honest, I don't really dislike too many, if any, Liverpool players. Never really overly fond of Adrian San Miguel, I'll be honest. But I'd seen a couple of people in the comments thinking maybe I had an agenda against Szoboszlai. Honestly, you could not be further from the truth. I really like Dominic Szoboszlai, and I've defended him when people have gone in on him. I wanted to rotate a lot in the last few weeks in team selection because, you know, we haven't had many opportunities to do it this season, or we haven't taken those opportunities. So I've been trying to find ways to rest Maka, Szoboszlai in my predicted teams over the last few weeks. BH26, you've got no power with the storm. Sorry about that, bro. And I hope it comes back soon. I know there's still a lot of people. And I know it's swept across towards Scotland and the northern part of the UK as well. So I hope everybody is safe and I hope all your families are well. David Cornwall said, Craig, just watched last night's stream and so glad for you. And you stood up for your beliefs and values, and hopefully now everyone sees what a genuine and honest fan, and more important, a human you are. Thank you, mate. Yeah, look, I'm not going to start talking today about the owners or anything during the match day, but as you said, last night was a big stream, and I feel vindicated, to be honest, mate. I feel like I'm not a lunatic, and I feel like I'm not a negative person. I feel very vindicated after the last few days. And even on today, I've seen so many posts being sent to me from people calling out journalists on social media, asking why they never ask difficult questions about the owners. And I think, and I hope, that the tide is starting to turn a little bit there, because I've no intention or want or desire to hurt anybody or, you know, to talk shit about anybody. I just do what I think needs to be done and say what I think needs to be said. And if journalists get in the way of that, it is what it is, you know. It's nothing personal, but they need to do their jobs. Jaden Walker, how are you, bro? Said, I need 3 cups. I know what it's like. Obviously, the Reds, GE, a week for your 22nd birthday. Oh, you want the Reds to get a W, sorry, for your 22nd birthday. Sorry, I couldn't read that properly. Happy birthday, by the way, Jaden. Happy birthday to you. What I'd give to be 22 again, my friend. God, 22, it feels like a lifetime. I'm almost double that. That's scary. I'm almost double it. Nomad said, fair play to Mo Chatra. Yes, absolutely fair play to Mo Chatra. And as I said, Mo's going to be coming on for a video this week. So I'm going to ask you guys in our membership tab or not even a membership tab, in our YouTube community. On the tab. I'm going to be asking you guys to give us some questions that you'd like me to put to Mo, or not that you'd like to put to him, that you'd like Mo to maybe try to explain, because obviously Mo, being a chartered accountant, has a far better grasp of this whole financial world than I would. So any questions that you'd like me to put to him, of course, we'll ask you guys a couple of days in advance. Someone said, Craig, do you use OBS? Where's that question on? Liverpool is a Red podcast. Yes, mate, we do. We absolutely do, yeah. We use OBS particularly because we use the green screen. And I've got to say, OBS is incredible. As something that, open broadcast software, something that's free for everybody to use, we wouldn't be able to do what we do without OBS. Now, there was other options like XSplit and stuff like that, and Ninja, but, OBS is the one we've worked with all the way through. The only lunatics are the people that don't watch AA, WFM. Hopefully this is your white Bronco and takes you to 500k. Look, I've said this before and I'll say it again. I've had no want or desire to be the FSGO poster boy. I just have said what I've said and feel what I feel. I don't want to be doing it. I never wanted to do it, but I will do it because it needs to be said. And until other people step up to the plate and do their jobs, I think it's incumbent on any of us to have a position where we can speak freely to do it. But today's about the Reds, and today's about getting the win, so feck the owners for the next couple of hours. Let's just concentrate on getting behind Arne and the team. Bozzy said, Kirk said he isn't joining Liverpool, what a knob. I know, I went through on last night's stream, mate. The only thing I can say, mate, is there was no context when he said that to whether he means ever or in January. So I don't know if he was saying I'm not joining Liverpool as in I'm not joining them this month, or I'm not joining them ever, because I don't think he gave that context. But certainly wasn't great to see. Scotty said, Craig, the storm was pretty bad in central Scotland. We're on a red warning all day yesterday. Yeah, it's no joke, mate. I stayed up all night. The storm was supposed to hit my area between 2 a.m. and 9 a.m. And I stayed up till about 6 a.m. just to make sure while everybody else was asleep that everything was okay, everything was, nothing was loose or coming around. It was hairy out there for a while. So I hope you're all safe, Scotty. And, if anybody's without power, I hope it's back with you soon. Greg, how are you, sir? All the way over in Australia. Appreciate you. Massive thanks to Adelaide, Australia. Your time and dedication to the stream is loved by many. Greg, thank you so much, bro. Appreciate you. And it is a life goal to get my backside to Australia at some point. It's just such a long trip. I think maybe my 50th birthday, if I'm still with you, if I'm still here, I'm hoping to get to Australia for a month, maybe, something like that. It's the type of place I've always wanted to go, but I've always wanted to go for at least 4, 5, 6 weeks. What time does the match start? 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock kickoff today. 3 o'clock kickoff next weekend as well. And then I think it's 2 p.m. the following weekend. Or no, it's 3 p.m. again the following weekend. We play Plymouth Argyle. But next week it's a difficult trip to Bournemouth for a 3 p.m. kickoff. But don't forget, we still have midweek as well. We've got the Champions League game coming up against PSV Eindhoven midweek. So look, ladies and gentlemen, we are being brought to you today with thanks to our friends at Manscaped. Why not check out the Chairman Pro package face shaving kit or anything else at manscaped.com and get yourself 20% off and free shipping. That is 20% off and free shipping store-wide at manscaped.com. Thank you so much to our friends at Manscaped for their continued support here of the channel. You can stay with me if you like, Greg. Don't be saying that to me, bro, because I'm the type of dude to be arriving at your door and all you'll hear is knock, 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 and I'll be like, Greg, get the kettle on, bro. We're here. Anfield Agenda's in the house. Where the Tato? Greg, you're very cool. Do you know what? Honestly, mate, the amount of people who offer up a room to me and my family if we're going to a country, it's been so beautiful. Like, it's happened so often. We'd be like, oh, we're going here or there. I've had people offer me an apartment in Spain when they know I'm going over to Spain on a holiday and stuff. It's incredibly kind, and our community is just so full of amazing people. Truly amazing. Greg said, plenty of beers. It's the green stuff I want, Greg, not the beers. The green stuff. Personally, I think we should go for Nuri at Wolves. I feel like he does suit Slot's system better than Kirk, said LLJ. Well, he's definitely on the list of players that have been mentioned to me as one that Liverpool have been keeping an eye on. United are also looking at him. So their initial offer for Dorgu, which was 30 million euro, had been rejected, and I think 40 million is the number they're looking for there. But United are also looking at him, Nuri, as a potential backup if they can't get Kirkes or, of course, Dorgu. Musab said, thoughts on Cherky in January, Craig? Musab, my friend, I've always been honest, I don't know much about the guy. I know his age, I know the price, which is about £90 million, 22 million euro. I know Lyon are in a financial mess. But I just don't see where he fits in unless we're planning on losing somebody. And that worries me. So, I can understand why Liverpool would be interested from the age profile, the price profile, maybe even the talent level, which, I've heard some good things about, but I haven't watched much of them, so I'm kind of like I've always said, if the manager wants them, I'm happy. But I don't want it to be a case of Edwards shoving it down the manager's throat because he's cheap. Leslie Wright, how are you? Said, morning Craig, hope you're well. You're more than welcome to visit me in New Zealand. Oh, don't be saying that. My wife, I nearly didn't get to meet my wife, Leslie. So when my wife was a teenager, her father tried to move to New Zealand, but he failed a medical because he's blind in one eye. He got a bit of shrapnel in his eye when he was in the army, so he's blind in one eye, and he failed the medical. Other than that, I probably never have met my wife, and they'd be living in New Zealand now. Which kind of freaks me out when I think about it sometimes, because I couldn't imagine my life without my wife. Visit South Korea someday. Used to live there for 9 years. I've never been to any part of Asia yet. Connor was in Japan last year. Absolutely loved it. Connor's sister has been living over there for a few years, so he's went over to visit. Only spoke glowingly about his time there. Someday, definitely. Look, I love to travel, and there's so many places in the world I hope to get to when I get the chance. But, meeting people as I travel is definitely important as well. So hopefully I do get to say hello. We are really trying to get to Toronto in September to do a show over there. So leave that one with me. I hope that's the case. I thought Diaz was badly injured. Whoever told you Diaz was injured? Don't even remember a conversation about Diaz being injured on the channel, mate, or don't even remember reading anything about Diaz being injured. The only ones that were injured were Gomez, Jota, and then we were unsure of Jones, but it looks like Jones indeed is out of the team today, out of the squad today. Jaden said, personally, I think Trent is the least important contract renewal when I see players like Maka, Szoboszlai, Kanade give more effort. So I think in the short term, yeah, I would agree. Of the three contract renewals, Trent's the one I feel we could lose and not have an immediate impact. Minimise the impact is probably fairer because, Trent's a very good footballer. I don't think anyone's going to deny that. I don't know if I'm preparing myself psychologically for Trent maybe saying he's going or not. I just want the whole situation to be over. All of it. The contract renewals. I'm fed up of it. I'm fed up of us crying poor mouth. I'm fed up of the cheap offers. I'm fed up of the owners. I'm fed up of the club being made to look like absolute cheapskates because of FSG. But again, I'm not going to get into the rant today. I want to just enjoy the game with everyone. So ladies and gentlemen, I need your help. If you look up to the top corner, you will see that we are just 208 subscribers away from 296,000 as we're looking to chase down 300k. So if you can hit that subscribe button for me, would really appreciate it. Drop a like on the stream as well, of course. But yeah, it's closing in now. We're getting close, and I'm getting very excited about the idea of little old us getting to 300,000 subscribers. Official, I think. I don't know how else to pronounce that one. I think Trent will definitely have an impact if he leaves. His creativity on the ball from right back will be unmatched and gives us something different. It does, but it's not all sunshine and skittles. That comes at a cost as well. Not just about Trent, I should say, but anybody playing that position the way they're being asked to play it at Liverpool. Because it does leave us space, and that space has been attacked quite a bit. So, yes, I agree with you, but I think even if it was Bradley and he was asked to play the role in the same way, it does leave us a little bit vulnerable in the channel, in my opinion. But look, we all want the three of them to stay, but it's not down to us at this moment in time, is it? You know, unfortunately, if it was fan power, I think they'd all be staying. Oh, how are you, Mr. Ipswich Town? Lovely to see you in, bro. You pop in occasionally throughout the season. Always lovely to see you. Take it easy on us. Mate, it wouldn't surprise me if you sit back with a low block and we haven't scored until about the 65th minute and we're all sitting here frustrated. I'd love an early 2-goal lead and us to be able to just go into cruise control, but I don't think I wouldn't be predicting cricket scores or anything like that today, mate. But always lovely to see you in, bro. Thank you for dropping in again today. Our lineup must be the easiest to pick for rivals and jumpers for goalposts. We have depth. I would love to see a curveball with a change here and there. Chiesa, Elliott, Endo or Bradley. So he does rotate in some positions. I think we can say he's rotating at left back quite a bit. Don't really have the opportunity to rotate at centre back too much. Although Kwanzaa's last performance was certainly very promising. It's up top for me. Like, I agree that I'm not fully convinced on Diaz through the centre. I prefer him on the left. But we also don't have Jota as an example. But I don't know why. Maybe when we'll see Chiesa get a start. You know, hopefully we see Federico get a start soon. Or at least hopefully get a good half hour today. Liz, how are you, my friend? Happy match day. Let's go, WFM. Much love, Liz. And thank you for being with us for 44 months, Liz. Where does the time go? 44 months. That's incredible. Michael Boardman said, Craig, I really do think we are going to be rampant. Look, a win and a clean sheet, and I'm good. If that wins 2-3, 4-0, brilliant. But a win and a clean sheet will do me fine. Then a little look ahead to Wednesday, obviously, against PSV Eindhoven. And then a tricky game at the Vitality against Bournemouth. How many goals would it take for you to throw your shirt off in the light? I don't think there's any level of excitement playing Ipswich that's going to have me taking my shirt off with delight, mate. Unless you're getting into the 9s and 10s. Somebody was asking me who's on the bench for the game. No problem. It is Kelleher, Endo, Darwin, Chiesa, Elliott, Costas, Dans, Kwanzaa and Bradley. That's your bench today. Kelleher, Endo, Nunes, Chiesa, Elliott, Costas, Dans, Kwanzaa, Bradley. No Jones, no Jota, and no Gomez. All injured. Thank you, Callum. That's so kind of you, mate. Look, I don't profess to be talking facts ever. All I can promise you is my honest opinion, mate. But I appreciate it. The support I've had over the last week, man, it's been phenomenal. And my wife and I really appreciate it. She's seen me go through some tough stuff this last week. She's seen me in tears of happiness, tears of frustration. It's been a tough week. But we're here now, and I'm feeling vindicated after the last 48 hours. Off-White said, hey Craig, hope you're up. No offence, but how many chances do we give to Nunes? Last week was a fluke. Hey look, mate, I'm on board the we're selling Nunes camp. Nothing's going to change my mind on that one. But I just think he's a better fit than Lucho through the middle. Personally, I just don't like Lucho through the middle. I think it's too hit and miss. And whilst Darwin, like you've said, it's been a mini little renaissance, if you want to call it that. I just think he's a more energetic option, and against a team who may have a low block, gives us a bit more aerial prowess as well. But ultimately, I totally do understand where you're coming from. Can someone tell me which stadium they're playing? Today it's at Anfield, Sam. It's at Anfield today. Isfan said, hello guys from Bangkok. We're in a pub. I'm watching the match. Amazing. We'll have a lovely time. Enjoy the game. And thank you for dropping in with us as well, my friend. Nice to see you. How's the weather situation over there? Well, for me here in Ireland, the storm hit us yesterday, so we're all good. I can't speak to other parts of... Well, I can speak to most of Ireland, but I can't speak to the UK, so... Thoughts on Delap? He looks the real deal. Genuinely. I was kind of a bit dismissive of the idea of Delap at first. But as I've watched him, read some of the coaching reviews of him, he looks like a handful and a good player. Don't know what his level's going to be. Don't know where his peak's going to be. But I do think he'll move on from Ipswich. Corin said, I'm in southern Scotland. Wind hit nasty. It wasn't anything bad, even though we had a red warning. Yeah, we had a red warning here as well for like 7 hours. And wind was quite bad. I'm a little bit sheltered where I live. I've kind of big wall at the end of my garden because there's a GAA pitch behind me. And I'm kind of sheltered in between some other houses, so... Jaden, how are you again, Jaden? Said, Gravenberch has been our player of the season so far. Would you agree? Yes, I would. I'd go Gravenberch, Salah, Virgil, in that order. So if I was giving out my man of the match right now, I'd be giving it to him. Mike, how are you, bro? Huge weekend, WFM, thank you. Someone said I missed another membership chat. Did I? I think I've gone through them all there. I'll maybe check. Callum's. Yeah, I think I've gone through all the membership chats. Liz's and Mike. Rajat's membership. Didn't come through on my end. From Rajat anyway. Let me just scroll back up. Oh, sorry. That one. Yeah, you're right. Sorry. Rajat Mahi. Welcome to Anfield Agenda FC. Thank you for alerting me of that one, mate. Sorry, yes, you're right. I did miss that one. Rajat, welcome in, sir. In North Wales, it was quick win, but no rain, said Holly Holmes. Little bit of rain here, Holly, at the start for us, but not persistent all the way through it. Callum, thank you, bro. Appreciate you. Schmungus, say, glad you and the family are safe and your power's still on. Let's go. Yeah, we had everything charged up, mate. You know, all the backup batteries, everything ready to go just in case we did get a power cut. And we got lucky because 2 miles, 3 miles down the road, they were cut with power. We just got fortunate. My area still, stayed up and power stayed on. So very grateful for that. Right, ladies and gentlemen, need your help on a couple of things. We want to get to 1,000 likes before we kick off, so do hit that like button for me if you can. We're up at about 460 at the minute. And also, as you can see, we're now just 192 subscribers away from 296,000, which, again, just makes me smile with pride, basically. So if you can hit that subscribe button, please do as well. I missed your match prediction. What was it? I'm almost certain I went 3-0, Kevin. If my memory's right, mate, I think I went 3-0. Rajat said, hi Craig, I honestly think we're going to win if we don't concede the first goal. I think we're going to win regardless. If we concede the first goal, I think we still win it, mate. But, it'd be nice to just go out into a comfortable lead for once and maybe see a handful of goals go in. If there's one, I guess, criticism of us is we haven't been ruthless enough at times. I think we've let teams off the hook. You go maybe 2-3-0 up and then we start making changes. The intensity falls away. Sometimes it'd be nice to just see us have a field day out there. And I'm not saying we necessarily have to do it today against Ipswich. Would it be nice to see more 5s and 6s and the lads build up confidence and the goals fly up and maybe Salah grabs a hat-trick and, a few things to boost even more. Would I take Anthony Robinson from Fulham? No, he's too old. He's going to be 28 on his next birthday, and I don't see the point in bringing in somebody that age to be the new left back, and we'll have the same problem in a couple of years again. But looking to improve, looking to upgrade, looking to bring in somebody younger. So no, that's the only reason I wouldn't look at him. That and the 40 million. I can't see us paying 40 million for somebody 28 in their next birthday. Adrian, how are you, my man? Said love from Rhode Island, where it's currently 9:31 a.m. And people tried to say that you're not a real fan, mate, or anybody from outside isn't a real fan. You mean up at this early in the morning to watch the Reds, cup of coffee in hand. Much appreciated, Adrian, and much love to you over in Rhode Island. Is that in Maine? Am I right? Is Rhode Island in Maine, or have I got that wrong? Rookie Football said the best Liverpool channel on YouTube with the best host. Much love. Thank you. Appreciate you, man. Not for me to say, but appreciate your support. Winnipeg's in the house. 8:30 in the morning. Ouch. It's 1 hour south of Boston. Ah, nice. 2 a.m. in Sydney, Australia. 2 a.m. into Sunday or Monday? Sunday, right? Be 2 a.m. into Sunday for you guys. Deacon Wood, what are your 5 dream signings for your club? I don't know, mate. Honestly, I don't have the mental capacity yet to think up 5 new signings. Bring us in a midfielder and a left back, or a midfielder and a centre back, and I'd be happy at the minute. And it's also really hard to predict any signings when I don't know the futures of some of the players, because I don't know if we need to replace a Virgil or a Salah, as an example. Like 6:30 in Cali, 7:30 in Arizona. Rhode Island is absolutely not in Florida, mate. 100% not in Florida. Yes, Michael, my guess was 3-0, but Nessie said usually 1:30 a.m. in India for the Champions League. Wow. 4 a.m. Sunday, New Zealand. Wow. That's absolutely class. 5:30 p.m. in Somalia. Lovely. Welcome in, everybody, from wherever you are. Thank you for being with us. It's 2:34 p.m. here in Wexford, Ireland. From which country do you get the most viewers from? UK. So last time we checked, it was UK, USA. Do you know what? I'll tell you right now. I'll have a look on the stats, because that's one good thing about YouTube Studios. We do get all this information. So bear with me. I'll read it out to you right now. Audience. Geography. So, top 5 countries for Anfield Agenda. The United Kingdom makes up about 43%. The United States comes in next. Ireland, 3rd on the list. 4th, South Africa. 5th, Australia. And then after them, Canada. India, Malaysia, Singapore, and Jamaica. That makes up the Anfield Agenda top spots of our viewership. Jaden said, these fake fans make the club the colossus it is. Oh, I know, bro. I know. Oh, by the way, I don't want to say this as a shout out, or I don't know how to phrase this towards this gentleman, but I watched one of Dunk's videos on Cop Talk last night. Somebody sent me a link and said, Craig, you should watch Big Dunk and have a listen to what he was saying, because he was talking about Spirit of Shankly and some of the top red nature and a few other bits and pieces. So I watched. Nice man. Seems like a nice fella. People have been mentioning his name to me for years, but I'm somebody that's just so busy I don't really get a chance to watch much stuff. But that email came in last night just as I was actually free, so I watched his latest video, and seems like a nice man. I'm very jealous that he was somewhere warm as well and sunny. Looked nice. I did leave him a little comment, by the way, in this video as well, just to say keep going, well done. how's Harvey doing? He's good. He's literally just about to go to the gym with my wife. I know that sounds weird, but it is actually what's happening. She's bringing him to the gym with her so she can work out. Because if she leaves him here, he'll just start barking during the stream. So he's going to the gym.
That's where the gym I go to is the best gym in the world. You can bring your doggy.
Yep. Dunk mentioned last week he liked your opinion and he was proud of you. That it didn't toe the line. Appreciate that. Look, as I said, he came across as a nice man when I watched the video last night. I thought he articulated his opinions very well. I enjoyed watching it, to be honest with you. Connor said Harvey the absolute unit. I'm telling you, you know what I mean? My dog doesn't mess about. Connor's shoulder day today. Mikhail said, how was the storm in Ireland yesterday? I got lucky, mate. My area wasn't hit too badly. We've got friends over on the west coast of Ireland, and they took much more of a brunt of the storm and a lot more damage over that way, and certainly up Northern Ireland as well. A lot of damage, but for me, I got lucky. You should do a show in the visual in Carlo just for me. I can say Carlo isn't on the list, to be fair. I mean, if we were to do shows in Ireland, Cork, Galway, Belfast, we've already done Belfast, so Cork and Galway would be on my to-do list. Simba, the whitish cat, how are you, my friend? He said, hey Craig, looking forward to a comfortable win tonight. Can see us getting 3 minimum, hoping for a Chiesa goal. And by the way, Simba is 95% white. There you go. What's the other 5% then? Ginger, black, brown, white? Well, it couldn't be white because you're 95% white. But thank you, mate. Appreciate you. And yeah, look, I'd take a handy victory as well. So, we still need those likes to get up. We've got 21 minutes to go. We need 370 odd likes. So do hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed, you know what to do. Today, I'm going to be using the old Spanish DAZN account to watch the game. Craig, have you taken Harvey to the gym too? Yes, Harvey goes to the gym there. He's going now with my wife. There's a very dog-friendly gym. The owner himself actually has French bulldogs and really likes Harvey, so it's win-win. Would I take Baleba from Brighton? Yeah, I probably would, Sam. Good player. I think he'd be expensive. I think Brighton would want top dollar. Just before I actually came live, I was reading something about him maybe being the subject of some interest. EK, how are you, mate? Welcome in. I hope we can get back to even 80% of the player Chiesa used to be. I like what I see so far. Desire, purpose and power. Still not sure about his overall match fitness. He's always looked really promising to me, mate, when he came on. And always looks like he's ready to give 100%. So I agree with what you've said. I think if we can get Chiesa back to anywhere near his old self, it would be a very astute piece of business. And thank you very much for your super chat, my friend. Dortmund apparently leading the race for Turkey. Do we just watch, monitor? I don't know, mate. I don't know. I don't have any real source on the Turkey stuff. I have no idea. But in answer to the second part of your question, do we just monitor? No, we make brave, bold decisions, don't you know? According to the Paul Joyces of this world. I'll read these out to you. Anybody who wasn't with us last night, these comments from the journos were absolutely piss-taking stuff. So, apparently, these are all from Paul Joyce, these ones. Let me know if you've heard this one before. Richard Hughes inherited the contract issues, but otherwise, the transition has been smooth. Smooth transition. To go from doing stuff at Bournemouth to doing fuck all at Liverpool. Smooth transition. FSG's reaction to the unexpected upheaval of Klopp leaving was, according to another source, to go back to smart people who make brave, clever decisions. From Paul Joyce again. This one, Salah has chosen evolution over revolution. There were no demands about signings, so he could put his own stamp on the team. First manager in the history of the world who apparently doesn't want players as well. All of this coincidental? Nope. Not a chance. They were all absolutely brief nonsense to go out there again and do FSG's bidding, and they've all done it, and they're all getting called out for it now on social media by fans who see through the nonsense. Do your jobs. Ask the difficult questions. And like I've kept saying, did these people go to college to be brown nosers? Did they go and study journalism so that they could not have the freedom to write how they feel and to just do the club's bidding? Because as Mo Chatra said, and I agree, if you're going to do that and just be an extension of the club's PR department, don't call yourself a journalist. Because you aren't. And none of these guys, in my opinion, do anything journalistically credible. They just parrot the club. And then take their little opinions and get a little pat in the head from John, sit in the stadium, get their access, get their interview once a year, and it's appalling. Shocking, we deserve better. Jaden, when we win the league, I'm going to cry. When we actually parade it, it'll be a beautiful moment. It will, to see the lads finally get that moment where they get to lift the Premier League trophy in front of a packed city of Liverpool. I agree. It'll be great. And for Arne to maybe do it in his first season would be incredible. Nessie said, congratulations to FSG on having yet another strategic transfer window. 6 days left. There's more than that. The window closes on 3rd of February. It's not the last day of Jan. It's 3rd of February. Adam said, thoughts on Garnacho to Chelsea and Nkunku to United? Desperation on both sides is my thoughts. Genuinely. But I don't know what to think about anymore about those two clubs because they're so chaotic in the way that they do their business. But yeah, you know, I don't think it's going to be a decisive factor for either of them. And Nkunku, if ever PSG come a knocking, is going to want to go running back to France again, which is what put me off the idea of Liverpool signing him at any point. He's always said Paris are the club of his heart, and that's where he wants to be at. So, yeah, not for me. But again, let him be United's problem. GHH said the only thing Hughes has done is oversee a massive unexplained increase in wages. Am I wrong? Well, he brought us in Arne, but you are right about the wage thing. Look, as I said, I don't want to get into all that side of it today or during this, but that wage bill is, as many people have pointed out, has provoked more questions than answers. Thank you for taking the fan side. I think I'm on the side of common sense, mate, as well, to be honest with you. Yeah, I've always just felt I don't understand this. It doesn't make sense to me. Some blatantly obvious stuff that we're being told what we're seeing isn't true. And, you know, people aren't fools, like I've said for a long time. But we're treated like them occasionally. And when that's the case, I think it's incumbent upon us to speak up. Pasky said, Craig, I don't know if you knew this, but Virgil will be the first Dutch captain in the Premier League history to lift a trophy if you win the league. I never really gave it much thought, but it is an interesting fact. And hopefully he becomes the first, as you said. Craig for Adidas. Yes. Unashamedly, yes. Yes, Adidas. You know, look after your boy. We should sign a left back and a striker, said It's JZB. Unusual that the top three are kicking off at the same time. It is, but it's also nice. We'll get to sit back then and watch that, if you're interested in it, the Chelsea City game at 5:30 as well. So tomorrow's my day off, by the way, just so people know. Won't be doing anything live tomorrow. Probably throw out a news video at some point during the day. But yeah, going to be taking tomorrow as my day off live content to just catch a little breather. What channel is the match on? Can't find it. It isn't, Brian, today. It isn't on TV in Ireland. It isn't on TV in the UK. I'm watching it on a Spanish DAZN account. Why is Chelsea versus City not Super Sunday? No idea. Could be to do with the Champions League games next week, maybe. Don't know, to be honest. It feels like it should be a Super Sunday game, alright. Feels like it should be the 4 o'clock or 4:30 kickoff on Sunday. Football and Cartoon Fanatic. Thank you for your super chat, mate. Said I'm done with FSG. Back the manager or sell the club. Can we just get straight to selling the club at this point? Because the back the manager stuff, how many years have we been screaming for that? The only way I think you see that happening is if we fall out of the Champions League places again. But look, as I said, I don't want this to be Craig ranting about FSG for the watch along. Not today. Because people have had a tough week and we've been talking about a lot on the streams. So let's just enjoy the game today and blank out the owners for a little bit, because what we win will be in spite of them, not because of them. Doesn't the transfer window end in February? 3rd of February. Pasky, 3rd of February. You should buy the club, Craig. Mate, God almighty, I'm struggling to, hopefully get a mortgage to buy my council house. I mean, there's some mad misconceptions about how much money Anfield Agenda makes here, by the way. It does make me chuckle sometimes. I'm not in the big leagues. I'm not up there with the Robbies, the Goldbridges. I'm not at that level. And you know what? I'm not really arsed about the financial sides of it. I get to do this for a living. That's great. And I'm very fortunate to do it. And if we do end up at that level someday, brilliant. I'll enjoy that as well. But just being here with you guys, enjoying what I'm doing, talking about the Reds and trying to grow our community is just goal number one, Day after day, week after week, night after night, enjoy what I'm doing. And if I stop enjoying it, the money won't be a factor. I'll just stop. These lads are just shills for the club, said Alan O'Brien. Like FIPM, critics in the States, all about access. It is. And it's what really boils my blood, because the same particular group of people, Alan, are the ones that think they're better than the rest of us. And if I was a Liverpool channel and I was Scouse and I was getting my ass whooped week after week by an Irish idiot, I'd be embarrassed about that. If I had access to be on stage with the club, interview managers, players, and I was getting my ass whooped by somebody from another country, I'd be embarrassed about that. But I guess embarrassment isn't a thing that some of these guys feel, because they're not representing the fans. They're representing their own interests. And it's embarrassing. And in my opinion, all that deserves to be called out. And I'm sick of the entitlement, and I'm sick of the two-tier in the fan base. I'm sick of the people looking down thinking that they're better than the rest of us and that they have an entitlement and we can just pay for the corporate tickets and pay all the expensive shit, but how dare we have an opinion? It's over. Those days are gone. Tough shit, move on. You don't get to dictate everything anymore. These little cohorts of people that are in positions of influence, they need to realise the fan base is bigger. It's a worldwide fan base, and you can't just look after your own self-serving interests. Mary Nelson, how are you, my friend? And look, I've always thought of Anfield Agenda as an unofficial international supporters club. I'm not going to lie, I've said it from day one. I've spoken with Connor, that was been my goal. Make Anfield Agenda the unofficial international Liverpool supporters union, where we've got people from all over the world who aren't judged by how long they support the club, by how much they know about football. They're welcomed in. We try to help and educate each other along the way. Make it a safe place, make it a fun environment, and see where we end up. The thing that gets me about all this stuff is simply this. Why belittle people Why not educate them? If you think people should be doing things in a certain way, Liverpool should do things a certain way, educate people. Don't belittle them. You're not going to get anybody that way. You're just going to get people angry. And also, times move on. So this whole, as Big Dunk pointed out, and shout out to him again, you know, you're not singing anymore the thing that Ian Doyle and Spirit of Shankly tried to say wasn't a cop thing and a Liverpool thing, was sung there in Shankly's era and since. They just want to feel better than everybody, and they're entitled, and it's pathetic. If the Spirit of Shankly as a union want to represent all fans, then represent all fans. Don't just pay it lip service. Do it. And stop looking after your own interests, and stop trying to make out like there's two levels of fans. There isn't. You want there to be, but there isn't. LFC Gamer and Vlogs, thank you, bro. Appreciate you. I've no idea what that means, Kevin. Are you in, bro? What are your numbers like, Craig? This is for my mate. I don't understand what any of that means. I don't know much about football or anything to do transfers or players, but Craig, you do help a lot. Look, mate, I am not a font of all things football. I'm just somebody that knows the game fairly well, been around it my entire life, played it since I was 7 and 8, and just love football. And if I can help some people out with a few bits of knowledge along the way, great, because I tell you what, I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot on this channel from other people as well. Certainly with regards to other perspectives on, you know, looking at situations. You know, sometimes I can be very single-visioned and very single-minded in how I look at things. So being able to hear other perspectives from people with different thought processes and different parts of the world, it's been great. I love it. It's really been an uplifting thing for me as a person. Jonathan Purvis, how are you, man? Thank you, appreciate you. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we need 122 likes in 6 minutes. Can we get there? Please do hit that subscribe button for me if you haven't done so. Which ownership do you want? Saudi Arabia or Elon Musk? Neither. Neither of those two for me, mate. Got a tattoo, said Scout Stewart, for the first time in my life. It's about my granddad, with the dates when he was born and the dates he died. Fair play. And yeah, I love things like that. I always say to people, mate, tattoos can be the story of your life, you know. And that's a lovely sentiment and a lovely thought. So well into you, sir. And they're not that bad, right? They don't hurt that bad. Holly Holmes, how are you? And thank you, appreciate you. Right, the teams are in the tunnel at Anfield, ladies and gentlemen. Virgil ready to walk the boys out. Do you know what? Bit of cheesiness, right? But you know the Rudyard Kipling poem, If? And if you don't look at it, you might recognise it then. That poem has gotten me through a lot this week. Just rereading that poem over and over and over again, as I felt doubt and I felt anger. I keep reading that poem over and over again and try to remember its sentiment. Right, ladies and gents, we are moments away from the boys walking out onto the pitch. Again, just a reminder, why not check out the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra, the all-in-one men's grooming kit from Manscaped, featuring the Lawnmower 5.0 with Manscaped's skin-safe technology, the brightest ever LED spotlight, and a battery that lasts for 90 minutes. It also comes with the Weed Whacker rear and nose hair trimmer, Manscaped's 2 liquid formulations, and a couple of free gifts, the Shed travel bag and the boxer briefs. you can get yourself 20% off and free shipping store-wide at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping store-wide with our code Anfield20. Use that at checkout or scan the QR code on the screen. Right, let's run through the starting 11s one more time for everyone before we get underway. We will start off with Kieran McKenna and Ipswich Town. It's Walton, then a back five of Burns, Davis, Greaves, Dara O'Shea and Tunzabi. In midfield, it's Hutchinson. 1 second. It's Hutchinson, Phillips, Morsey and Philogene, and then up top, Liam Delap. For Liverpool, it's Alisson Becker in goal, Trent at right back, Robbo at left back, Canade and Virgil van Dijk in the centre back positions. In midfield, Ryan Gravenberch, Dominic Szoboszlai and Alexis McAllister, and up top, Mohamed Salah on the right. On the left, we believe Cody Gakpo. Through the centre, Luis Diaz. And then on the Liverpool bench, it's Quivin Kelleher, Waturo Endo, Nunez, Chiesa, Elliott, Costas, Dans, Kwanzaa and Bradley. Once again, that's Kelleher, Endo, Nunez, Chiesa, Elliott, Costas, Dans, Kwanzaa and Bradley. Brad, cheers to another good weekend for the Reds. Thank you, Brad. Appreciate you, sir. Liz said, your balls and partner will thank you. Absolutely. And WFM, Liz. What are you watching the game on? Because I can't get it on TV. I have a Spanish DAZN account that I use when the game isn't on TV in the UK or Ireland, mate. So that. Right. Time to sit back and let me take you through the game. And of course, we'll try to keep you up to date with what's going on in the others as well. Feel free to throw into the chat the scores in the Arsenal game and everything as the goals go in. Just a quick reminder, ladies and gentlemen, if you are putting in a preview or prediction at any point, please do put the word prediction or the letter P after your prediction so people don't think it's a fake score. And also, if you can help us out on our road to 300k, do hit that subscribe button. We've got to 1,000 likes, so well in everybody. Thank you for that one. Next up, let's see if we can get to 286,096. How dare I do myself out of 10,000. 296,000 subscribers. Jaden Walker, When You Walk. I'm not singing You'll Never Walk Alone, mate. It's the one song you're not going to hear me sing on here because I don't want to butcher such a good song. But I will go for the old honest lot, la 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 la, honest lot, la 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 la. Can I see every game? Yes, Danny, I can. I've got myself covered for every game. All paid subscriptions, all completely legal. But I've got myself covered so I can make sure I can watch every game. Derek said it's time to kick some ass. Derek, ass? I'll say it for you, bro. Ass. Thank you, Derek. Right, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like Liverpool going to be attacking the Annie Road end first half, as we like to do. Oh, why isn't this on? 1 second. I'm about to mess up my own stream here. Where is my stream deck and why isn't it working? 1 second. There we go. Stream Deck wasn't working for a sec. I got a fright there. I never paid attention to it before the stream. Right, now let me just check that. Yeah, good. We're good to go. Woo! Ready to go. Sometimes Stream Deck goes sleepy mode and I need to wake it up. Right, Liverpool will be attacking the Annie Road end in the first half. Of course, the Reds in our red strip. Ipswich Town in their all blue strip. We are about to get underway. And we're off. And the Reds don't go back and do the decent thing today. They go forward from kick-off. Hopefully that's a sign of intent. Yes, no going back to Alisson today to do the decent thing. It's straight upfield. First time in a while, actually, I've seen Liverpool have two lads in the centre circle for the kick-off. Right, Ibu to Virgil. Again, it's a bit of a messy pass, but Virgil managed to gather it up. Robertson. Now we're back to Alisson. He goes out right side again to Ibu. Ball forward looking for Diaz, who is through the centre. It's definitely Gakpo on the left. Now Gakpo cuts inside. Early strike. Again, leaning back and it sails over the crossbar. We need to work on the old shooting. The amount of times we get into positions on the edge of the box and we sky them. Right, we are getting towards a minute here. If you want to sync up, we are now at 1 minute. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Why is it the decent thing? No idea. It just became a phrase, mate. And I've no idea where it came from or why I started saying it. It doesn't have any technical meaning. Yeah, I'm as confused as you as why and how I started saying it. Right, Ipswich now, edge of the Liverpool box. Challenges come in. We have them dispossessed. Szoboszlai goes out to Salah. He tries to go around the player. He's challenged to be a Liverpool throw-in on the far side. You're 10 seconds behind. I'm at the streaming services again today because I'm using DAZN. You know, when I'm watching it in the UK TV or Ireland, I have the satellite dish and I'm on par. But when I have to stream it, there's a 15-second delay automatically built in. So that's where we're at today. Trent goes back to Alisson. Virgil. Gakpo to Robbo. Robbo tries the ball down the line looking for Luis Diaz, who clips the angle to the defender and gives away a free kick. Oh, I didn't end the match poll beforehand. Those, Connor, actually, I don't know if you're listening, but can we stop with the polls before the match? They're so pointless. Everybody thinks Liverpool are going to win everything, and rightly so. There's no point in doing them polls anymore. Goal kick from the goalkeeper. Goes long. Virgil steps up, wins the header. Second ball won by Ipswich, but it goes out for a Liverpool throw-in. Luke, of course I'll say hello to Finley, mate. Finley, Burnley, come on, Finley. Liverpool's the way forward, young man. McAllister now finds a bit of space in midfield. Ipswich try to crowd him out of it, and they come away with the ball. Brian, how are you? Brian just gifted 50 memberships. Wow. Again, Brian, thank you so much, mate. 50 Anfield Agenda memberships there. Enjoy, and thank you so much to Brian, LFC USA. Anybody else worried that Gravenberch's knees are going to collapse soon if he doesn't get a rest? I'm definitely worried he'll pick up an injury, Tom, if he doesn't get a rest soon. Which is why I've been screaming for that midfielder. Kanade, Szoboszlai, Gravenberch, Tamaka. And again, Brian, thank you. The amount of people you've made happy there, my man. Thank you so much. Robbo now on the gallop down the left side. Chet's back in. Goes back to Gakpo. Virgil tries a crossfield ball. Slices it. And Trent has to go backward to bring it under control. Kanade to Virgil. Andy Robertson. Gakpo. Again, little 1-2 that doesn't come off. The second ball is a little bit short. Allows Ipswich to regather it and their keeper to clear it long upfield. Virgil wins a header, but again, it's back with the Ipswich defence. They side-foot it into midfield, but Virgil steps in to win that as well. Referee playing an advantage there, so it was a foul on Gravenberch. Can I say hello to your friend Danny? Danny, how are you, my man? And Jake, how are you as well? Thank you for watching. Right, boys, keep pressing. Throw in on the far side of the pitch for Ipswich. Heading towards the 6-minute mark. No real chances to speak of in the game yet. Come on, Virg. Virgil has to be one of the most dominant centre-backs aerially I've ever seen. Robertson now. To Diaz this time, who's tucked out into the left wing position as Gakpo's gone central for the minute. Again, it's the old low block that's causing Liverpool the frustrations early doors. Trent, again back to Virgil. Out to Dominic Szoboszlai, right hand side. Salah now. Back to Dom. Ball across to Robbo on the far side. Robbo goes low with the strike. It's blocked by the Ipswich Town defender, and it'll be a Liverpool throw-in. Carra's son just scored for Wigan. That's class. Fair play. Nice moment there for the Carragher family. Craig, it's been 6 minutes. Right, and I'm not complaining. I'm just telling you what's happening in the game. Gravenberch, right side, back to Trent. Little 1-2 with Gravenberch. Trent then slips Mo in down the right hand side. Salah down by the touchline, cuts in onto his left foot, tries to get a shot away again. That's blocked. Mack has won it back now. He has it on the far side. Double ricochet and goes behind for a corner or a goal. Oh, is it a corner? No, it's a goal kick, yeah. I thought Mack is complaining, but I did think it hit him last to go out there, to be fair. Let's have a look. It looked like to me it came off Mack at last. Let's have a look. Yeah, came off his shoulder. I don't know what he's complaining about there. Bournemouth 1, Forest 0. There you go. Clivert with that goal according to the chat. Kanade. Tamaka. I love idiots like Thomas who come in again to try and mock people and say you're all Glory supporters. You don't know how to spell, bro. Again, why do I continue to have to educate you? It's you're all Glory supporters. It's not YOUR. Get an education before you try to troll people, you dumb fuck. And this is coming from me as well, lads. I'm an idiot. You know, I'm an idiot. And if I'm spotting your errors in spelling, that's shocking. One 0. Dominic Szoboszlai, edge of the box. 1-0. Whoop whoop. What a strike. Shershan. You've been unbanned for that. I think the mods went a bit too early because they were behind. But don't worry about it. It is a goal. It is Szoboszlai. It is from outside the box. And it is a delicious strike. Liverpool with the lead, 1-0. Dominic Szoboszlai with the goal. And I'm sure that will make many Liverpool fans very happy. Liverpool work it down the right side. It's a beautiful ball slipped in from Ibu. He takes it off his right foot, brings it onto his left foot, which also turns him away from the defenders, and then uses his left foot for a low strike into the bottom corner. And it is Liverpool 1, Ipswich Town 0. Dominic Szoboszlai with the goal, with the assist from Ibrahima Konate, but it was all about Szoboszlai. Edge of the box, right foot for the dummy, onto his left foot, a low drive into the corner, and the Reds are 1-0 up. And you know what? You don't blame it on the sunshine. You don't blame it on the moonlight. You don't blame it on the good times. You blame it on the boogie.
It's obviously because I'm wearing the lucky jersey.
Yeah, that's it, Sabrina. It's because you're wearing the lucky jersey. That's why we're 1-0 up against the team bottom of the league. It's all because of your lucky jersey and nothing to do with Szoboszlai being a handsome bastard.
Wear it on the forest.
You don't blame it on the sunshine. You don't blame it on the moonlight. You don't blame it on the good times. Blame it on the boogie. Salah now, right hand side. Again, doesn't want to pass the ball. That was such a good goal though from Szoboszlai. If you're watching it tonight, match of the day, it's a lovely pass from Ibu between the lines. And I love the way Szoboszlai sold the dummy with the right foot. Kind of hooked it back onto his left foot then and drove it low into the corner. Jaden said Szoboszlai best attacking midfielder in the league. He's brilliant. And I genuinely can't believe some people think I had an agenda against him. I love the lad. Isolated mind. Thank you, mate. What a goal. Liverpool are going to win the league. Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. Liz said it's all because of Sabrina's lucky jersey. I thought it's because she was wearing no knickers. But apparently it's the lucky jersey. Maybe I think about luck differently in that regard. Free kick, Ipswich. I'm on the sofa. Oh, this is nice. Isn't it 1-0 up after 12, 13 minutes? I get used to this. Who's Sabrina? The mistress, mate. The mistress. Don't tell the wife, though. Sabrina's my wife, mate. Szoboszlai. Out right side to Trent. Tries the ball back in. Cleared away. And referee says there was a foul in there. Free kick to Ipswich. Now, ladies and gentlemen, 134 subscribers to go. Do hit that subscribe button. Michael said, opinions on Diaz's recent performances. I think it's been a mixed bag, to be fair. I don't really like him through the centre as much. It's worked on a couple of occasions, but I feel there's been more that it hasn't. But maybe he just wants these three on the pitch. Again, as long as we're winning, I'm happy. Lovely ball from Szoboszlai into the left channel now to Cody Gakpo. It was a volley pass. Gakpo plays it out. Szoboszlai, man on, Dom, man on. He goes out now to Salah. Salah wide right. Cuts inside. Goes back on the outside. And again, takes too much out of the ball and it comes to nothing. He needs to stop this. He needs to stop it. Salah's running down blind alleys, trying to do too much. Get your head up and pass the ball. If you cut in, you get a chance to shoot by all means, but He needs to start getting his head up and moving the ball quicker. Who scored? It was Dominic Szoboszlai, mate, and it was a very good goal indeed. Pretend it's the 60s and listen to a radio because there's no Premier League here. It's mental, isn't it? It's mental in this day and age. We all can't watch every game. Jaden said, I love Szoboszlai. As you should. As you should. I'm sure there are many Sobosexuals in the chat. Seeing us with 69% possession is nice to see, said LFC Gamer Vlogs. Now, put your mind out of the gutter, sir. I'll give you a lift back up out of it because I constantly live in that gutter. Ibu into the right channel again to Trent. Ball in field to Gravenberch. He tries to slip it through, but Ipswich Town managed to get a body in and win it back for a second before Ibu steps back in and wins it again for Liverpool. Robbo now, out left side to Cody Gakpo. Cody cuts inside, moves it back to Maka. Maka to Ibu. Out to Trent. Salah. Canade. Virgil now. McAllister. Diaz back to Maka. Liverpool working the left side now with Cody Gakpo. Virgil to Alexis. There's a bit of space there between the lines for Szoboszlai if somebody can get their head up. And Diaz. Ball across now to Canade. Out to Trent, wide right. Trent back to Ibu again. Liverpool poking and probing here, trying to find a gap in this Ipswich defence. Diaz. Out left side to Cody. Robbo on the overlap. It's overhit though and it goes behind for an Ipswich Town goal kick. Gakpo tries to slip it into Robbo who ran on the overlap, but his pass had too much weight on it and it goes straight out of play. Craig, please send your good vibes for the Bills tomorrow. I'm 100% cheering on the Bills against the Chiefs tomorrow. I love Josh Allen and very much hope. Although, I've heard, according to my Discord group, there's already been a call for a roughing the passer against the Bills. So, we know them flags are coming. Even I, a newbie to the NFL, know that Mahomes gets more protection than other quarterbacks. And I've only been watching it a few years. Corner here to Ipswich Town on the near side. Right, defend boys, defend. What NFL team do I support? Packers. I ended up deciding on the Packers. Right. Ipswich corner. It's going to be an in-swinger with the left boot. Oh. Foul there. Referee's giving a foul on Ipswich for coming in a bit too close there to Allison's. He looked to claim the ball. So free out to Liverpool for a foul on Allison. Do I know teams from Swiss football? I know a few, Guillermo. I wouldn't say I know the league inside out, but I know FC Sion and a few others. Basel, obviously. Young Boys of Bern. I think that's about maybe 2 or 3 more if I put my head down to it. Jaden said, I thought you'd land on the Texans. Every time I inch closer, Jaden, for the Texans. Maka this time from distance. Oh, I ended up back at the Packers every time. I just felt like my heart was there with the Packers initially. I kept trying to convince myself on the Texans, but deep down I knew it was going to be the Packers, so I ended up on the Packers. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate you, mate. 110 subs to go to 296k. Come on, hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so. 66% possession now for Liverpool. 4 attempts so far in the game. Robbo to McAllister inside the Ipswich half left side. Back to Andy Robertson. Gakpo back to Maka again. There's not much movement ahead of them. Szoboszlai's taken up some positions between the lines, alright. Here we go. Gravenberch into Salah. And again, Ipswich try a counter, but there's nothing on there, and Liverpool get men back, and Canade has it. Gravenberch to Trent. Back to Ryan Gravenberch. Left channel to to Gakpo. Takes a heavy touch, allows the Ipswich defender to get back, and Ipswich clear the lines. Oh, free kick there to Liverpool. Liverpool free kick about 20 yards inside their own half. Mo should have passed to Dom right there, said the Cantor. I'm not going to lie. There's been 4 occasions in this game so far that Mo hasn't even looked to pass, and it's frustrating me already. Maka. Robbo had made a good run there, but nobody spotted it. Diaz now. Maka. Back to Verge. Out to Ibu. Jaden, you're a Seahawks fan. Nice. Geno Smith has won me a lot of money with interceptions. I've not seen a more consistent quarterback for interceptions this season, mate. Every time I've bet on Geno to have an interception, it's come up. Ipswich player down, by the way, holding his right knee here, so the referee stops the game. I mean, it's a weird one because it was for a foul on Gakpo. He injured himself. I think his knee collided when he was challenging Gakpo. How do you rate Southampton as one of the weakest teams in Premier League history? It's not a very good version of Southampton. As a club, I think Southampton are fantastic, especially at bringing through young talent. But yeah, this is a weak version of this Southampton squad. Didn't know you were so into the NFL, Craig. Have you ever been to a game? No, and I don't think I'll ever be able to now with the whole America visa situation. Maybe you get to the one in Dublin. But I always wanted to go over and do tailgating and go to a game. But with the ball ache now to get a visa for me to go over there, it's not worth the hassle. And I wouldn't, like, I've only started watching NFL maybe 3 years now, but really enjoying it. Christopher, I'm watching the game on a Spanish DAZN account, mate. A Spanish DAZN account is what I use for the game today. Newcastle 1-1. I guess they scored the penalty. I thought you were going to the gym. Have you put your pants on now? Well, you were wearing no knickers the last time you came in. You talk about the lucky jersey, but you no underwear. Like, that's shocking. Thank God there's no cameras in the sitting room here. She's flashing me now. Shocking. Shocking.
You'd hear them slap off the floor.
It's freezing. Close the door. Bye. Ipswich going to be forced into a change here. Looks like a serious injury to the fella, to be honest. You've seen that quite a bit in football over the years, actually. Players coming in, making challenges and their knees colliding, and this looks like a serious one. He looks to be in quite a bit of pain. Wishing him a speedy recovery. Go when it's on in the UK. Yeah, I may do. You know, I might look into one of the UK games, but if you're going to do it, you want to do it in America properly, you know? And I feel like if I go to one in Ireland when they come, or over in the UK, it's not going to be the same. If I really wanted to go to a game in like Vegas or Texas, or I mean, I want to go and watch somewhere warm. Don't get me wrong. Like, I know if I go and watch the Packers, I'll be freezing. So I wanted to go watch somewhere warm, tailgate, and enjoy the full experience. But I have to go. If I want to go to America now, I have to go and then do an interview in the embassy, fill out a big, long, complicated form to get a 10-year holiday visa, and it's just so much hassle. Who's my favourite NFL player and team? Well, Packers, but the person that got me watching the NFL, and I know this is going to be a contentious answer, was Aaron Rodgers. And I know, before you say it, but Aaron Rodgers is the reason I started watching the NFL, because I was watching a Packers game one day and I just loved the way he moved the line quickly. I just enjoyed watching him, and start watching the Packers mainly, and then start watching more and start loving the likes of Josh Allen and obviously Patrick Mahomes, and just grew and grew and grew, and now I absolutely watch every single bit of NFL I can that's on TV. Can you hire an immigration lawyer? I've spoken to one already, Jay Muse, and weirdly, it's probably just as easy for me to get a visa to live there than it would be to get that 10-year holiday visa. I know this sounds really... There's no play happening, by the way. The player's gone off on a stretcher now, so I'm not neglecting the game. I could get a visa to live there because of the channel. The Department of Homeland Security agent told me there's a visa. I can't remember the name of it. It's basically an influencer, or what's this she described? An expert in my field, basically. So I could get a visa that way, which would allow me, my family, and anyone that worked for Anfield Agenda to work and live in the United States. That's probably more likely option if I look at that than the holiday one. Santino, you're an honorary Bills Mafia. I'm definitely on Bill's side tomorrow, mate. I'd love to see Josh Allen win a Super Bowl, since I've been watching the NFL. Right, so Johnson on is the substitution for Ipswich. 2-1 Newcastle now, the chat are saying. Packers are rumoured to be playing in Dublin in 2025. Well, if that's the case, I will be doing everything I can to get a ticket there. Don't you just need an ESTA? I've been removed from the ESTA programme, Paul. So I can't use that, because when we tried to do a live show in America, apparently the ESTA didn't cover us for that, and we needed a performance visa. And because of that, they removed me and Connor off the ESTA system. So we can't get the visa waiver programme ever again, which is really frustrating. Anyway, we're back on the way. Expect a good few minutes of stoppage time now at the end of this. Ipswich try a ball over the top. Too much on it, and it goes all the way through to Allison. Just about to hit the 30-minute mark. It is Liverpool 1, Ipswich 0. Dominic Szoboszlai with that goal. Assist from Canade. Duncan, I just explained it, mate. We were supposed to have a performance visa to do our show in Boston, even though we'd registered with the IRS and we'd done all our tax and stuff. They kicked us off the ESTA visa waiver program for making that what they called a common mistake, because it says you can do business and travel for 90 days, and I assumed that meant we could have done the show. It didn't, and then we got booted off the ESTA for life with no way to appeal. Cheers for that, America. Appreciate that. Been there 7 times, never overstayed. Right. Liverpool tried to switch it right to left. Over hit, goes out, throw in Ipswich. Right, come on, boys. So many soft free kicks. How did they find out? Well, they asked me aboard Homeland Security, purpose of visit, and I said we're doing a live show. And then I got dragged into an office. I've explained it all before, and I'm still bitter about it, I can't lie, so I don't really want to talk much more about it. But we were made to feel like criminals, and it was really degrading, and it really annoyed me. Who's my least favourite NFL team? Don't know if I have one. You know, I've no emotional connections against anybody there. Cardinals, maybe? No, actually the Carolina Panthers, because they've just been so irrelevant since I've been watching the NFL. That's what you get for being honest. I know, Zach. And the funny thing is, at the time, there were other Liverpool content creators going to tour America at the same time. And I know damn well none of them had anything other than the same visas we did. But, yeah. Stop talk silly things. Go fuck yourself. I'll talk about whatever I want on my channel. And off you go. I'm not putting up with any arseholes these days, mate. So off you go, Joseph. Watch elsewhere. I'm not putting up with your crap, mate. I'll talk about whatever I want, whenever I want, with my own community, on my own channel, during my time here. Thank you. Ipswich now looking to play out again. Sorry, Aaron. I've seen your post a few times there about Warrington at the Allegiance. Be a great experience, that, mate. A great experience. The Allegiant Stadium looks absolutely incredible. And John, for your answer, why do I get so mad though? Do you have any idea how tiring it is? Put yourself in my shoes, mate. When you get thousands of these questions every day, and all you're making is live content. So I get mad because I don't like people telling me what to do. Quite simple. Salah does get a cross in this time, but it's straight towards the keeper. Feel like one's coming from though. It's going to be his day today. He's getting it. Robbo slips it into Gakpo. Gakpo with a cross in. Salah. And there it is! He scores! 2-0! Mohamed Salah at the far post lifts it into the roof of the net. And it is Liverpool 2, Ipswich Town 0. Mohamed Salah with the goal. And hopefully now we let the reins off and the boys go and have some fun, express themselves and score a hatload of goals. The great man has done it once again. Mohamed Salah on the score sheet to make it Liverpool 2, Ipswich Town 0. And it was a lovely finish as well into the roof of the net. So, ball's played out to Gakpo left side. He cuts in. And he's definitely onside, Salah here. No issues there. Beautiful ball played to the back post. It goes just over Szoboszlai's head. He was there trying to head it. Then it drops to Salah and he very, very quickly adjusts his feet and lifts it into the roof of the net. And it's a great goal. And it's 2-0. Mo Salah, Mo Salah, Mo Salah, running down the wing. Salah, la, 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 the Egyptian king. Whoop, whoop. Go on, Mo. Now, surely we get to see a bit of Chiesa in the second half. Brian said, let's lowball him some more. Contract offer still on the table, Brian. Still on the table. Nobody's signing it, but it's still on the table. Super chat for every bad ref call. That'll be a lot. Another bad call by the ref. Davino said, I feel like it's my fault you lost your visa. I was the one that was pushing so hard for the Boston show. Apologies. Nah, it's my fault, mate. I'm very big on personal responsibility. I should have looked a bit deeper. It's nobody's fault but mine, mate. AM said, oh, where are we? Let's go. Damn the chat for spoiling. Did the chat spoil? I didn't see it this time. I'd seen it for the first goal, and I wasn't sure. I'd seen 1-0, but I didn't see it on the second one, because I was too busy looking at Mo initially wasting a cross. Let's go, Mo. Fantasy League captain strikes at Derek Dennis. Thank you, Derek. And yes, I have him as fantasy captain as well. I don't know if I have him this week, to be honest with you. I've had him most weeks. I wonder did I switch him this week for Isak. Either way, I'm doing all right if I did. Matthew said, Darwin brace, Coldplay live. 2, hopefully. 3, Liverpool wins. My 76ers finally won today. Not a bad 7 days for me. Do you watch basketball, Craig? Grew up in the States, but somehow could never get into NFL. I watched it a little bit when I was younger, back in the days of Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, those days, but no interest these days. And thank you, Matthew, and what a good few days that sounds as well. I'm still trying to get a ticket to Oasis in Dublin. Still had no joy. Mo Salah doing well before half time too. I know. It's such a rare treat, this, isn't it? For us to have a 2-goal lead before half time. I mean, we don't get that too often. Right, 7 minutes plus stoppage time, of which there will be a good few at the end of the first half. Ladies and gentlemen, we need just 86 more subscribers to get to 296,000. If you can, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do hit that button. And again, don't forget to drop a like as well. Thank you to everybody for being here with us. And of course, again, thank you to our sponsors, Manscaped. Free kick here to Liverpool, about 25-30 yards out. Left, well, a bit further actually, very left, so you'd expect a cross here. David Brett Smith, how are you, sir? And let me just get your super chat up on screen, mate. How would you feel if we sold Núñez and Jota in the summer, got Isak and moved down to second choice striker? I'd feel absolutely tickety-boo, mate. I don't see that happening, but in that scenario, I'd be happy with that. Yeah, the more I think about it, yes, I would. I definitely would, David. Right, Robbo over the free kick, cross in, cleared by Ipswich on the far side. They're looking to bring a counter. Liverpool are looking to press them high to stop them getting out. Ipswich find a way into the left channel. Liverpool have 3 back now with 2 more coming back. Delap trips over the ball then, and thankfully for Liverpool we can clear it. What do you mean sell Jota? Again, somebody asked me a question and I answered it. I didn't start a conversation going, let's sell Diogo Jota. People go in on me for the strangest reasons. And by the way, are you happy with the amount of time Diogo's available? Because I'm not. I love Diogo Jota. He's an incredible finisher, an incredible forward, but it's no good if he's not available half the season. And I think now he's missed something like 100 and something days. He's missed a lot of football in a Liverpool shirt. Not his fault. Never said it was. But it's nobody's fault. It's no use to anybody either. I find it really weird like that people want players who aren't available all the time. It's frustrating as hell because we know how good Diogo is. But again, how many times over the years have we had those type of players who unfortunately are brilliant like Danny Sturridge in front of goal, but their body just lets them down with the rigours of football, and it's nobody's fault, as you pointed out. Nobody wants it to be that way, but it's frustrating. Maka, Virgil, Robbo, back to Lucho. Oh, Everton 1-0 up against Brighton from the penalty spot. Thank you, chat, for that one. Diaz to Mo. Mo goes out left side to Robbo. Robbo fires in a cross, headed away by Ipswich. Second ball drops into the box. Szoboszlai wins a header. It's back with Virgil. Oh, red card in the Arsenal game, say the chat. Oh, hello. That's interesting. Lewis Skelly. Thank you, chat. Yeah, so Arsenal down to 10. That's a shame. I'm sure, as always, Mikel Arteta will take it with good grace. As he, he's so good like that, isn't he, Mikel Arteta? Trent brings it down now inside our own half. Ball through the line. Szoboszlai's intercepted. Maka's won it back into the right channel now. Gravenberg. Ball in field to Szoboszlai. Goal. Everyone's looking around like we believe it's offside, by the way, here. Szoboszlai thinks he's offside. Gakpo gets a tap in, but the look on Dominic Szoboszlai's face for me makes me feel like he thinks he's offside. Let's have a look at the replay. There's not a real... Let's have a look. It's going to be Szoboszlai that's... No, he's on. This will stand. He's on. 100% on. Goal will stand. Goal. Definitely on. 100%. 3-0. Whoop whoop. There we go. Cody Gakpo on the score sheet. Szoboszlai was being played on by a deeper lying Ipswich defender, so it 100% stands. So Liverpool 3-0 up before half time in what is a pretty perfect afternoon for Arne Slot. Nice. Yeah, we're back underway. Goal confirmed. Liverpool 3. Ipswich Town 0. Your goal scorers: Dominic Szoboszlai, Mohamed Salah, and now Cody Gakpo. And by the way, that wasn't a slip of the tongue. We call any Cody Gakpo goal Gakpo on the channel. Get that Gakpo emoji going if it's still there. Salah now. Slips it into Lucho. Good control by him. He goes very wide right. Still in possession though, Lucho. Ball pulled back. And Ipswich clear it just about. Can somebody help me out here? What's the 108 FC? Can somebody explain that one to me? I've seen it in the chat a little bit, and I'm not getting it at the minute. 7 minutes added on here, by the way. 7? Flashback. 7? Yeah. Do you know what? I feel like we finally took back the number 7 when we beat United 7-0. I feel like that was a moment where I got to take back that number 7. Gary said, nice little break, not having to wait until the 90th minute to come from behind. Oh, it's lovely, Gary, isn't it? How would you feel if you saw... I've done that one already, sorry. So yeah, what's the 108 FC thing? I'm still waiting for someone to explain that one. Right, Liverpool on the attack again. Trent tries to feed in Salah. Ipswich player gets a foot in. Maka said, "Ooh, another bad call. Rankings for ref 1." Oh look, we're winning this game handily. So in this game, I don't know. Ref can have whatever. It doesn't really matter. Salah overtaken Henry for Premier League goals. Like I said, he's better. Salah inside now. Tries to get a strike away. It's blocked. Steve Aldersey said, good chance to rest Grafenberg, Mo and Virgil. Yes, yes, and yes, Steve. Absolutely. Yeah, I agree. Certainly at half time, if I'm Arne, I'm getting some of those boys off and resting them up. Because you've got a game on Wednesday against PSV. That's a game that we now have to get something from. So, yes, I agree. My daughter trying to ring me in the middle of work. 1 second. Aaron said, it's a beautiful thing. Have a week where I can watch the Liverpool game and not have my blood pressure raised by a 90-minute winner up the Reds. Craig, never a red. Brilliant. Oh, was it not? No, that's a shame. But as I said, I'm sure they'll take it in good grace, Arsenal, as they always do. Got flu, so us winning's a tonic for me. Said Wolf goes Rose. Nice. Well, I wish you a speedy recovery. Right, we're 3 minutes so far into the 7 added on. The referee's just calling the players over for a little conversation. By the way, for what it's worth, I still think Arsenal beat Wolves even down to 10 men. I still think they'll find a way to win that game 1-0. Loads of people in the chat saying it was a very soft red, by the way. People who've seen it. And another bad call, said Maka. Thank you, mate. God, you're going to be broke, mate, if we're going on bad calls for referees. With super chats, you'd be broke. Yes, 7 minutes at a time, Glyn. That's the one. 7 minutes added on because of the injury to the Ipswich player earlier on in the half. It looked like a bad one, so we wish him a speedy recovery. So Mo's now on 100 Premier League goals at Anfield, which is incredible. Connor sent me a message here saying never a red in the Arsenal game, to be fair, never. Oh, I can imagine Arsenal fans rightly fuming then. There's nothing worse than feeling aggrieved at a red card, honestly. If you feel like it's a soft red, it is blood-boiling stuff. I remember when we had them against Spurs being absolutely fuming about the red cards. My first watch-along since Christmas. We lost a beautiful 2-year-old granddaughter to leukemia. Russ, my man, that's heavy. I'm so sorry. Man, I don't know what to say, Russ. I'm so sorry, mate. I can't imagine the pain your family went through there. Sending you hugs and love, mate, but that's tough. So was it a challenge? Was the red for? Can someone explain it for me? Was it something that they deemed a dangerous challenge or something like that? And again, lots of people rightly showing love for Russ in the chat. And look, our community's full of good people. We know that. I love it. I love the amount of people who genuinely shown condolences and kindness to Russ. You guys are amazing. And Russ again, much love, sir. Danny said, hey Craig, hope mental health's better today. We're winning a lot. Dan, second half. What's the email again? Love you, lad. It's, if you want me for something, it's contact@AnfieldAgenda.com. If you want business stuff, it's partnerships@AnfieldAgenda.com. I don't run that account though. So contact, if you're looking for me, contact@AnfieldAgenda.com, Danny. Salah fires in a cross. Maka gets there. Second one. Ooh! Ball dropped to Gravenberg. No, excuse me, to Szoboszlai. Left foot. Tries to steer it towards the far post. I mean, I'd love to see a replay from behind. Maybe we'll get it here. See how far away this actually was. Did not look far away, you know. Left-footed curler towards the far post. And the look on his face thought that he wasn't too far away. Do I play FPL? I do, Mohammed. Very poorly, but I do. Right, it is half-time, ladies and gentlemen. The referee's blown up at Anfield. At half-time, it is Liverpool 3, Ipswich Town 0. Goals from Dominic Szoboszlai, Mohamed Salah, and the last one from Cody Gakpo. How nice is it to be in this position at half-time? I will take it. And right, look, while we are at half-time as well, ladies and gentlemen, just a quick reminder. We are being brought to you today with thanks to our incredible sponsors, Manscaped. Why not check out the Chairman Pro Package face shaving kit or anything else at manscaped.com and get yourself 20% off. That's 20% off and free shipping with our code Anfield20. Use that at checkout or scan the QR code in the bottom corner. Right, let's have a look at some of the numbers from that first half, and it is a very dominant Liverpool performance. 72% possession for the Reds to 28 from Ipswich. 10 shots for Liverpool, 5 on target. 0 shots for Ipswich, 0 on target. Dangerous attacks, 55 for Liverpool, 6 for Ipswich Town. Corners, ironically, the only one has gone to Ipswich. Total passes, 371 for Liverpool, 143 for Ipswich. Our pass accuracy percentage, Liverpool at 89% and Ipswich at 73%. Isfan said, guys, this is amazing here in Bangkok. Loud music, people dancing and watching the match. Oh, mate, that sounds awesome. And I hope that you're all having a good time. Right, I'm going to have a look at this red card now for Arsenal. One sec. How? Hang on a minute. I'm watching this again. One sec. How is that a red card? In what world is that a red card for Lewis Skelly? That's a yellow every day of the week. I don't know how they came up with red card for that. It's a professional foul. He's stopping a counter attack. It's a yellow. It's not dangerous. It's ridiculous. It's actually, to me, a perfect encapsulation of a yellow for a professional foul. That's ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. And Arsenal fans have every right to feel aggrieved by that. That was a pathetic red card. Never, ever, ever was that a red card. Ever, never. You can even see in Lewis Skelly as he's jogging off, he's like, right, I've had to take a yellow there for the team to stop the counter attack. That's genuinely astonishing to me that was a red. And they're trying to kill football. Honestly, that's every day of the week, yellow. If we had a red for that, I would absolutely lose my shit. Salah dribbling insane, but can't dribble. Insane. I found it frustrating. I'll be honest. I found Salah dribbling into dead ends a little bit in that first half frustrating, mate, more than anything. Sometimes it's come off from, yes, but he's also ran into some blind alleys when he should have had his head up. So, what are we saying? Do we want some subs at half time? It feels like it's safe enough for Arne to look to the bench. So we'll have a little look at the options actually again for Arne slot. It's Kelleher, Endo, Nunes, Chiesa, Elliott, Costas, Dans, Kwanzaa, Bradley. Studs on shin, deliberate, nowhere near playing the ball. It's not studs on shin. It's a foot out to clip the ankle to stop the run. His feet wasn't planted, nor was the player he was tackling's feet planted. There was no reckless endangerment. It was a clipping of an ankle with a foot out, and it's a yellow every day of the week. And if you think that's a red card, and I don't care if you played football or not, you don't know. That's never a red card. He extended his foot to clip the ankle to trip the player to stop a counter-attack. Nothing snidey about it, other than it being a professional foul, as we call it. Never a red. Never. Dom used his blue chew today. I don't know what that is, mate. I don't know what a blue chew is, but whatever he's doing, he's doing it well. He's having a great first half. Right, 46 subscribers away. So if you can help us out by hitting that subscribe button, please do. 46 away from 296,000. What a treat this is. 3-0 at half time. No, I don't know what a blue chew is. Not a clue what a blue chew is. Haven't got a clue. Oh, someone's saying Viagra. I mean, who needs that? You've been eating that at that age. Even at my age. Genuinely, hand on heart, not something I've ever tried. Not against trying it, but never have. I guess maybe because I never had the opportunity, right? But I don't know. Yeah, no idea. Never heard it called the blue chew. Didn't even know they were chewy. I thought you just swallowed them. No idea. But look, I don't think he'd been eating that. Well, he's a professional athlete. I'm sure he's got stamina and fitness. Some big overweight arsehole like me, maybe. Ben said, it's a horrendous decision. Thanks, Craig, for calling it out. I always try to be honest in my assessment of any games, mate, even if it's not Liverpool. And I've no problem calling out stuff when I think teams are being hard done by, and that to me was an insane red card. Christian, how are you, sir? Much love from the USA. What an excellent match. Dominic's firing on all cylinders. Yes, he's been absolutely sublime today. You know, it's what we wanted, Christian, isn't it? 3-0 up at half time, comfortable, no drama. Hopefully Arne gets to rest a few players then, with the game away in Eindhoven on Wednesday and then another game away against Bournemouth in the league next Saturday. Feels like a chance for him to make some changes and for players to get a breather. It's Michael Oliver versus not City. What do you expect? Fair. But look, I can just say, if that was Liverpool, I'd be raging over that. How am I watching this match? I have a Spanish DAZN streaming account, so I'm able to watch any game that's not in the UK or Ireland via that. No way Mo beats Isak for top scorer. Well, Isak has to stay fit firstly, but I'll be honest with you, I don't care if Salah wins the Golden Boot or not. I don't give a damn about individual accolades. I want Salah to win the Premier League, the Champions League, the League Cup and the FA Cup. After that, all good, but I'm not fussed about individual accolades. I want the team to win. Harvey Lewis said, best half of football we've had for a while. You'll never walk alone. Thank you, Harvey, for your membership, and it's the most stress-free half of football I'd probably say we've had in a while. And Christian gifted 10 memberships as well. Thank you so much, Christian. And well done to everyone that got one of those memberships. What's your opinion for iShow Speed? I don't have an opinion on him because I've never paid any attention to him. So probably best ask somebody who watches or pays attention. I don't watch much YouTube outside of what I do, to be honest, because I don't usually have the time. So, yeah. And if I don't know something about somebody, I try to just say, not my place to give an opinion. So, not my place to give an opinion. Craig, why aren't Real Madrid on that net spend list? Because Real Madrid have been brilliant in recent years at spending money and bringing in players on free contracts or little money. Genuinely been really, really good at it. I don't know their actual numbers inside out. I really don't. But I do remember looking back last year or the year before and seeing that they have, spent a lot less than you would have thought. What's my favourite Premier League game of last year? God, shocking memory. Let's think back last year. I don't know. Honestly, I've got a memory like a goldfish for certain things. So yeah, I can't remember. I have to sit back and think, man. I'm one cup of coffee into the day and barely awake. Who were the goal scorers, said Wisdom. First one was scored by Dominic Szoboszlai, a beautiful goal from the edge of the box. Second one, Mohamed Salah, a lovely finish at the far post. And the third one, Cody Gakpo, who got a rebound off an initial strike saved by the keeper for a tap-in. 4-3 Fulham, a lot of the chat were saying. The Newcastle one was very satisfying last season because we'd no right to win that game. We were down to 10 and Darwin did his magic. So, that's a game that I do remember. Do I think Rafinha could win the Ballon d'Or? Not a chance. Zero. And nor should he, because he's nowhere near the best player in the world. Who's my favourite Liverpool player of all time? Robbie Fowler. Right, so, on the changes. I mean, there's some interesting options on the bench today for Arne. I'd love to see Chiesa get 45. I'd love to see Dan's get some time. I mean, he's got the opportunity to rest up Trent and play Bradley if he wants as well. Covered at left back if he wants to make a change there, although I don't think he needs to. Some good options. Elliott, I'd love to see Harvey Elliott come on and get a run as well. Maybe give Maka a breather. Will Liverpool buy anyone this transfer window? Genuinely don't know, Jeremy. It's not looking very likely, but who knows what opens up here in the last, 8-9 days of the transfer window? I've no idea, though. I don't think there's anything that anyone thinks is imminent or anything like that, but let's wait and see. Look, I promised myself I'm not going to go on a rant today about the ownership and the lack of spending and all. I want to just enjoy the game with everyone. So, let's just wait and see what happens. Ooh, only 27 subs to go now. So, if you haven't, you know what to do. Craig, if Michael Owen didn't leave us to go to Real Madrid and stayed with us, do you think he would have become a legend? Of course. Michael Owen was an incredible footballer. And absolutely incredible, as good as there was. And I'm sure if he'd have stayed here, he absolutely would have gone down in far more greater stature than he does now. Should Liverpool sign Houlden from Lille's class? I've only seen the glimpse when we played against them. Other than that, I don't know anything about him. When do you think you'll hit 300k subs? No idea. If we had something at the end of the transfer window, we'd hit it quickly. So we're sort of reliant on what happens in the Liverpool world as well. If Liverpool made a signing or two between now and the end of the window, I'd say we do it before the end of the window. But, I'm just astonished we're even here, to be honest with you, at this number. It's ridiculous. I never thought we'd get this size. Are the next 3 league games away, Bournemouth, Everton and Man City? Do you think we get all 3 wins? I don't know the Man City one. I haven't looked that far ahead. I know that our next game's coming up. I know you've said Premier League, but our next games are PSV Eindhoven Wednesday, Bournemouth away next Saturday, I can't remember if we have a midweek game the week after, and then we've got Plymouth Argyle in the... actually, we'll have the FA or the League Cup second leg of the semis, I think. And then Plymouth Argyle in the FA Cup on the Sunday. Right, teams are coming out for the second half. And again, just a quick reminder, we are being brought to you with thanks to our friends at Manscaped. Why not treat yourself to 20% off and free shipping? That's 20% off and free shipping with our code Anfield20. Daniel says you didn't get this dig by accident. You've worked hard, as well deserved. Thank you. Oh my God, thank you. I don't know. I don't know. I'm very grateful for it, but I don't feel like I deserve anything or entitled to anything. I'm just happy we are where we are. Right, so the Reds going to be attacking the Cop end second half. Don't see any changes there from Arne slot. So maybe he's going to give it 10 or 15 before he does make a change. So it looks like an unchanged second half. Right, Red's going to be attacking the Cop end. Ipswich Town kicking off. And we're underway. We're underway with the second half. And Ipswich launched the ball out to Liverpool's right-hand side, where Kanade wins the header. And then it goes out off the back of Szoboszlai's head for an Ipswich Town throw-in. Dean, thank you, bro. Dean Boucher, appreciate you, mate. How's the big chopper, Craig, up the Reds? I'm good, bro. All good, thank you. And thank you for the super chat, Joe. Appreciate you, sir. Diaz. Still Diaz. Still Diaz. Tries to pull it back then to Gakpo, and it was intercepted. Diaz looked like he'd gone past about 4 players there and tries to pull it back to Gakpo, but Ipswich Town get a foot in and clear their lines. Ian, thank you, bro. Appreciate you. Right, 15 subscribers to go. Let's go. We got to hit this 296k. And then on to 297. So everybody that hasn't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Come on now. You know you wanna. Ibu now. Halfway inside the Ipswich Town half to Trent. Szoboszlai. Salah now has it. Lovely ball slipped into Szoboszlai. Pulls it across the front of goal, but nobody's there. Great vision of the pass there from Mohamed Salah. And Szoboszlai moved and acted quickly, but there was nobody there to far post for a tap in. Great bit of play though from Liverpool. Mo again. Tries a dink ball towards the far post to Cody Gakpo. Just a little bit overhit there. And it goes behind. Brian said 50 more memberships for 296k. So 6 more people and Brian becomes even more generous more generous. That's the word I'm looking for. 5 to go now. (3-1) Ipswich. The chat, or excuse me, not Ipswich. It absolutely not feckin' 3-1 Ipswich. 3-1 Newcastle, says the chat. (3-1 Newcastle. Yeah, if it was 3-1 Ipswich, this would be a very different stream. Maka to Trent. Another Liverpool throw-in. Sandro Tonali. He's chipping in with a few for them since he's come back, hasn't he? Tonali, nice. But at least it wasn't Isak, so Mo can breathe a little bit easier. There he is. He's a man of his word. Look at that. Keep hitting that subscribe button though. And thank you, Brian. There's another 50 memberships gifted. Absolute hero of a man, Brian. Thank you. Wow. If only John W. Henry had a touch of the Bryans about him, Liverpool would be a lot more successful, I think. well into everyone that got a membership or is getting a membership. Right. Come on, Liverpool. Grab us a fourth. Arne can make some changes. Oh. I'm sorry. I'm smiling reading the chat. So many lovely comments in the chat towards each other and Brian, and I'm just sitting here smiling reading. I'm sorry. I should probably be interacting a bit more. Yes, Jota is injured. Mido, Jota and Curtis Jones, and also obviously you probably know about Joe Gomez, but they're unfortunately unavailable for the game. Can't believe we're less than 4,000 away now. My God. Maybe we will hit a million someday. Maybe, just maybe. You never know. Imagine. God almighty, imagine. Right. Again, the Reds on the attack. Nothing comes of this, and Liverpool will have a corner. I believe, is this our first corner of the game, right? I think it is. Ipswich have had one, but I think this is our first one. Dominic Szoboszlai going across to take it on the far side. Do you get a plaque with 300k? No. You get 100k and then a million. Nothing in between. It's a long road in between those two. Right, corner in. Cleared away, drops down to the box to Robbo, heads it back out towards Szoboszlai. Trent intercepts, plays it forward. And Ipswich clear their lines. Robbo now. 50 minutes on the clock. Sorry, I haven't synced up for the second half yet. I will sync up now at 51. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 51, 10. 2-0 Bournemouth against Forest. Bournemouth are a problem, and we've got them away next. That is going to be a tough game. Iriola has them very, very confident and playing some good football. Can we see your plaque for 100k? I don't have it on me. It's in a press somewhere in the house. I don't have it on me. I think I have a picture of my son with it. 1 second. Let me see if I can find a picture. 100k feels such a lifetime ago as well. I'm sure I have a picture of my son with it. Yeah. 1 sec. Of course it's huge. 1 sec. There's my son with my plaque when we got it. Tells you how long ago that was. Little dude's just turned 13 this week. So yeah, that was our plaque. Ipswich now on the attack. Gorgeous boy, Craig. Thank you. I can't believe that he turned 13 this week. Honestly, I don't know. My daughter turns 21 this year. Like, where are the years going? Be holding a mill soon enough. Oh, mate. I don't know. I never really think about the gold plaque for a million, to be honest. I don't give it much consideration at the minute. Never knew you had a daughter. Yeah, my daughter Circa is 20. Turns 21 on the 5th of May. Cinco de Mayo. And my little dude Lucas turned 13 5 days ago. My daughter is like a female version of me. Really. Like, She's got my temperament, my sense of humour. Whereas Lucas is just the smart one in the house. He's more intelligent than all of us, to be honest. He'd buy and sell all of us. 3-0 Bournemouth now. Wow. That really is problems for Ipswich. Or not for Ipswich, for Forest, sorry. Grandad, don't you be saying that to me. I'm not ready to be a grandad. Not yet. By the time I'm 50, all my kids will be fully grown up and I can go and travel with my wife then. We made the decision to have the kids early and then have the latter part of our lives for our travelling and freedom, hopefully. So you never know, I might turn... Eventually, Anfield Agenda could wander into Craig Travels and we could be doing that. So hope she hasn't your haircut. No, she definitely doesn't have my hair. Yeah, she's got a full head of hair. You mean travel to every away game in a season? No, I mean literally spend a year travelling around, being a bit of a digital nomad and recording along the way. Goal disallowed, that one in the Bournemouth game, so it's back to 2-0. So it was VAR check for offside, so it's still 2-0 to Bournemouth against Forest. You inspire me. Thank you, mate, but you know, my journey was a straightforward one. Just kept plugging away and got a bit lucky. So, is it still scoreless in the Wolves game, yeah? Marmouche starting for City. Wow. Russ said, my eldest grandchild's 19, youngest 6 months, and 8 in between. Nice. Still 0-0. Thank you. I mean, I'd take that. I'd take that scoreline if I held that way, but I just have a feeling Arsenal are going to nick a winner. Nice, bro. We all need that to be a nomad in our lives. Definitely. I'd love to just spend a year moving around and not really having a home to call for a year. And just spending time in loads of different cities. Reds on the attack again. Hopefully Arne looks to his bench now and gives some of these lads a breather. Canade. Salah. Back to Trent. He plays an in-swing and ball. Ipswich defender gets there and clears it ahead of his goalkeeper. And Ipswich look to now attack upfield left side. Gravenberg back there mopping it all up though. Well done, Ryan. Dream on, Craig. Travel's a pipe dream. No, it's not. It's a pipe dream if you're tied down, mate. I plan on not being tied down. I plan on having enough money in the bank to make it a reality. And I've made most things I wanted to happen in my life happen, and I'll make that happen as well. 3-0 Bournemouth now. They're back at it. Wow. What I will definitely do is end up moving to Spain when I'm closer to retiring or whatever. That's going to happen. I will live in Spain for the latter part of my life, most likely. This country's getting too expensive. Ipswich again trying to play out here. Liverpool looking to press them in. Ipswich get around the first level of the press, but Liverpool force them backwards. Is next week's game 3 p.m. as well? Yeah, it is. 3 p.m. away against Bournemouth. So it's going to be a difficult game next weekend. Ipswich trying to barrel their way through here with Phillips on the edge of the Liverpool penalty area. Where's it going? Corner given to Ipswich on the far side. Where is David Coote when we need him to help us stop Liverpool's from winning the league? Anfield Agenda to win the league is working. I hate it. Sorry about that, mate, but you know, it is what it is. I had to live through many years of you lads winning the league over and over again, but I think we're due one, so we'll take a win, and I'm just happy that the lads will finally get to celebrate this one if we do win it with the city properly. 100% tax buying a house in Spain now. That's not true either, Paul. For you it is, but not for me. It's 100% tax for non-EU residents to buy a house in Spain. I'm not a non-EU resident, Paul. No Brexit going on here, bro. And don't worry, I did look that up as soon as that law was put out there, but it only impacts non-EU residents. Right, we're at the hour mark. They had a shot on target there, Ipswich, so hopefully the manager will get some of these players a rest. Ten shots for the Reds, 5 on target so far in this one. How would I sub? I'd get Elliott on, and I'd get McAllister off to give him a breather. I'd get Salah off and bring Chiesa on. And then after that, maybe rest Trent and get Bradley on. Gravenberg. Canade. Out to Salah. Trent, little nutmeg. Still Trent. Cross in low. Ball cleared. Ipswich looking to play out. Ball goes out for a throw in. 61 minutes on the clock. Ibu. Sporty edits. Honestly, I don't know if it automatically renews. I would imagine it does, but I don't know, mate. I think the few memberships I had for channels on YouTube did automatically renew, but honestly, I can't really remember. Canade. Szoboszlai. Come on, Arne. Look to the bench, man. Give some of these lads a breather. Maka. Virgil. Maka. Again, just moving it around the edge of the box. Have I ever been to Vegas before? No, I haven't. Aaron was supposed to go in November, but, you know, shit happened. But no, never been. Trent? I've only ever been to Florida when I've gone to America. Right. Come on, Arne. Look to the bench, mate. Give some of these lads a breather. Gotta visit Texas. I would have loved to. Definitely. Texas was high up on my list of places to go. I wanted to go and see what Austin was all about. I wanted to go and see the Mothership, Joe Rogan's comedy club as well. As you know, I'm a big comedy fan, like, so I would have loved to have gone and checked out his new club. Canade, Salah, Szoboszlai, Trent, again, tries a little ball in behind for Szoboszlai. Does well, protects the ball, well done, Dom. Back to Trent. Trent tries a little flick in. And it's cleared by Ipswich. Have I seen the in-betweeners? Yeah, of course. Where in Florida? Miami and kind of Orlando, Kissimmee. And also been down to Tampa. Joe Rogan is not funny. I never said he was. I said I want to see his comedy club. Didn't say anything about the performance of Joe Rogan. But I definitely do want to see the comedy club. I'm always interested in seeing comedy venues, especially one designed and built by a comic from the ground up. So, and I enjoyed the Joe Rogan podcast, to be honest with you. I don't agree with him on a lot of political stuff, but I very much enjoy his podcasts. Canade to Trent. Salah. Have I seen Kill Tony? Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Tony Hinchcliffe. Yeah, not a big fan. Virgil. Out to Andy Robertson. Back into Virgil. Surely Arne make some changes soon. Still Robbo. Ibu. Shoot. Go on, shoot Ibu. No, he lays it off to Trent. Trent ball in. Salah header. Gakpo header. Sorry, 4-0. I thought it was a Salah header. It was a Gakpo header. 4-0. Just got to check if he's definitely onside. He looked like he moved quickly, and I hope he stayed on. Trent with the cross in, and that could be a brace for Cody Gakpo. Let's have a look. Yeah, he's on. He's on. This will stand. It'll be 4-0. Cody Gakpo with a brace. Gakpo. Whoop, whoop. MK said, hey, Craig, I know you're in denial, but you definitely deserve 300k and more. Do you think we need a silky left back or a left centre back type? We definitely need a left back. 100%. I do think it can wait till the summer, if I'm being honest. And I'd also like us to bring in a midfielder. So VAR's having a look at this, but he looks on, surely. Surely that defender leaning through here, he's on. He looks on to me, with the eye test anyway. VAR looking at it, but I can't see. Surely, he looks on. The eye test shows him on. He looks on. He is on. Onside, goal given. Yeah, the eye test he was on. But it's confirmed, goal given. 4-0. Whoop whoop. Haven't seen this little man in a while. You don't blame it on the sunshine. You don't blame it on the moonlight. You don't blame it on the good times. Blame it on the boogie. So there we go. Goal given. 4-0. Cody Gakpo brace. Trent with the assist and a lovely ball in as well, right towards the penalty spot. And then Gakpo actually finishes about 7 yards out with a header, but he makes his movement from the penalty spot. Keeper's no chance. Great header from Gakpo. Brace for him on the day. One for Mohamed Salah, one for Dominic Szoboszlai, and it is 4-0 to Liverpool. And here come the changes. Endo on, Elliott on, and Darwin on. So Gravenberch's going off. So Endo on. Szoboszlai, Gakpo, Gravenberch off. So Szoboszlai, Gakpo and Gravenberch off. Elliott, Darwin and Endo on. Do we not have that emoji? I thought we used to have that, Nessie. Maybe we got rid of it. Kusanov looks like he hates City, said Corbin. He'll grow to hate him eventually, definitely. I would have liked Chiesa on, to be honest. I mean, I want to see more Chiesa. Diaz, who's gone out to that left side now. So Diaz is on the left, Darwin's through the middle, Salah's on the right. Lucho. Again, good control by him. Protects the ball well. Goes back to Maka. To Ibu. Elliott. To Trent. Back to Harvey Elliott. Elliott tries across towards the far post looking for Lucho. Defender sells a dummy though and it goes behind for a goal kick. Corbin said, do you think City fans are going to try and compare Marmoush to Salah? I don't know, mate. Probably, but he's a long way to go to live up to what Mohamed has done at Liverpool. Oh, Wolves red card now in the game as well. So it's 10 apiece in that game. So Wolves now down to 10. Second yellow for João Gomez. So Arsenal have time to try and find a winner there. 10 versus 10. Darwin. Over to Elliott. Oh, tries to strike on the volley quickly, but can't get it on target. 20 to go. Goal kick to Ipswich. So Arsenal have, 20 minutes or so there to try and find a late winner? Honestly, like, they're stumbling week after week, Arsenal. I know they're still within striking distance, but I just can't see it. I really can't see them doing it over this season. I just think they've too much going against them now, between lots of injuries, a negative manager, and yeah, I just don't see it happening. This AJ said this is such a lovely community, honestly. Thank you, man. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Right, Maka to Ibu. Did we make any change? Yes, we've made 3. Endo's come on, Elliott's come on, and Darwin has come on. Go on, Trent. You can get there. Come on. Good ball. Back to Alisson. Alisson takes a touch, plays to Elliott. Well played, lads. Stevie Boy said, any chance Mo gets subbed off? He should be. Not because he's done anything wrong, just to give him a rest. I mean, surely it's a straightforward one. Get Chiesa on, get Salah off, give him a breather. Robbo switches it across to Ibu. Tries to play a ball between the lines to Endo, but Liverpool have it back. Robbo steps in to win it again. Canade to Virgil. I mean, by the way, I'd be getting Canade off as well and giving Kwanzaa 15. Because Ibu, we know, is still playing with some pain. So I'd get Kwanzaa on here. Give Ibu a little rest for the last 17, 18. Another ball in. Salah tries to control it. Goes off the defender. And it'll be a Liverpool corner on the near side. Oh, people saying 1-0 Arsenal. Yep, 1-0 Arsenal. There you go. That's the end of that one then. As soon as you told me Wolves went down to 10, I told you Arsenal were going to win that game 1-0. I said it to you when they were down to 10 anyway. Robbo with the corner. Ooh, ooh! Wow, what a strike from Trent. Had the keeper running, and it just dropped the wrong side of the post. But ooh, what a strike that was. Oh, God, that ball was moving. God almighty. Trent had the keeper scrambling. That ball was moving through the air. Ooh. Wolves or Ipswich player here getting a booking. Hello to everyone, by the way, coming in. That's maybe a bit late joining us. How are you? Don't be so caught up, by the way, in the Arsenal results. They need to catch us. If they drop points, whatever, fair enough. But we've got the points on the board and we've a game in hand. So I just don't think they're going to catch. So, you know, going and beating Wolves away is what they should be doing. It's a difficult one next week. They've got City. That's going to be an interesting one. Although we certainly have no gimme next week. We're away at Bournemouth, which is a tough game as well. Just all this means for me is that the Arsenal heartbreak rolls on for another week and their fans get to be deluded for another week before the heartache eventually sets in and it falls apart. Because it will. They're not going to do it. They don't concern me one bit, honestly. And Forest are falling away a bit now as well, so... Good ball in from Trent. Keeper comes, spills it, and the Ipswich defender hooks it away. I'd like to see Arsenal. I'd like to see Arne make some changes here to just get more players rested. Like, certainly feel Kwanzaa should come on and give Konate a rest. Trent. Elliott. Back out to Trent. Elliott. Still Trent. Oh, Salah, right side. Head up. Tries to play it. Strike. Trent hits the post. Oh, unlucky. Trent hits the post. Ball played to him by Salah. Trent kind of on the stretch, curls it, and it hits the outside of the post, comes back in. Unlucky Trent. And by the way, in what, 2.5, 3 weeks, that game in hand will be played as well against Everton, so that tally could look bigger. Rob, glad you're enjoying it from Chicago, mate. Lovely to have you in, and thank you for the kind words about the community as well. Appreciate you, sir. What's the best VPN to watch games? Surfshark. Easy. Channel sponsor. Come on now. Not today, obviously it's Manscaped, but Surfshark. Oh, Trent was so unlucky there, man. He tried to dig it out, was a bit behind him, and just hits the post and comes back into play. Right, Ipswich about to make a couple of changes. Three changes actually in the end for Cisco coming on there as well. I think to make his debut. I need something to shave it. What should I buy for that? Of course, the Chairman Pro package. Face shaving kit from Manscaped. 20% off and free shipping. Store wide with a code Anfield20. Jaden Dans is about to enter the field of play, ladies and gentlemen. Alexis McAllister coming off to be replaced by Jaden Dans. Wow. So Maka off, Jaden Dans on. Interesting one. Sweebola, thank you for the super chat, mate. Appreciate you. I mean, look, I'd love to see Chiesa, don't get me wrong, but oh, that's a snidey challenge on Endo. He absolutely clattered into Endo there. Oof. Elbow straight to the face as well. Oh, that has to be a red. It's like he got studs to the chest. Yeah, studs to the chest and an elbow to the face. He's got a yellow out. Fucking shouse. Studs and an elbow. Now, granted, he doesn't lead with the elbow, but he does get hit with it. I mean, if make the world make sense to me, lads. Arsenal's player gets a red for a stupid yellow card challenge, and then Cisco stays on here with a yellow when he absolutely cleans out Endo, studs to the stomach, and then clatters him in the face, and it's a yellow. Welcome to the Premier League. The absolute state of the PGMOL and the state of the VAR officials. A disgrace. A disgrace of an organisation, honestly. No real plans for the night, Jacob. Gonna put a news video out later on, bro. But apart from that, no real plans. We've got our match reaction and player ratings videos coming up after the game. The more I look at this, the angrier I'm getting, by the way. Fuck off. We've got reds for way less. Yeah, I know. Look, they make no sense, the officials. They just make shit up as they go along at this point. More players should follow Endo and wear gum shields. I couldn't personally, if I was a player, it would annoy my breathing, but I totally get where you're coming from. There's the Gakpo emoji now in the chat. Enjoy and thank you, Connor. Maka said, we're so lucky we're winning this game. Terrible calls after terrible calls, being terrible calls all game. Look, you know my take on Premier League officials, mate. I think they're just nowhere near good enough at their jobs. Full stop. I think Arsenal fans would agree with us today on that one as well. 4-0 Bournemouth against Forest. Wow. That is one hell of a day for Bournemouth. Alan said, it would take one of our players to get murdered in the field for an opposing player to get a red when playing. Yeah, it's shocking. Especially when you see some of the stuff people do get reds for. And then you see stuff like that. The Everton game is making me kind of nervous. We've been struggling against them lately, and it's always an important game as well. I get that, mate. I just think we're too good for them, in all honesty. But it is a derby, and it is going to be a tough evening. Trent, little 1-2, tries a ball through to Dans. It's hooked away again by the Ipswich defence. Your intro dance makes my baby son smile. Oh, nice one. I'm glad to bring a smile to the young man's face. I can't really dance like that in real life, though. Ipswich now on the counter-attack. 6 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Cross in. What a save, Alisson. Cross in. And Delap has a header because it goes over Virgil's head. So Delap somehow unmarked gets a header, and Alisson gets down to his right-hand side with a strong one-handed save. Liverpool corner, far side of the pitch. I haven't seen the Endo Samurai jersey, mate. No. I haven't. And thank you, by the way, Andy, for the super chat. Appreciate you, sir. Oh, it wasn't Delap with the header, actually. Sorry, my apologies. I thought it was Delap. I assumed it would have been Delap. It wasn't him with the header. It was a different player. Chiesa's on. Yes, nice. How did he sneak on? So Chiesa came on for Diaz. There you go. For the last 5 minutes plus stoppage time. I mean, 5 minutes ain't much use, is it? Can't really do much in the 5 minutes. Craig, I don't think Chiesa's 100% fit. He bloody better be. So, no, he's had more time to get fit than any other human being on the face of the planet. So he better be fit. Finky Tin said this calls for a drink. Sláinte. Thank you, mate. And Andrew McMeekin, excuse me, said, am I the only one wondering what Chiesa has to do to get more than 10 minutes in a game? 4-0 up and Diaz hasn't been good. I agree on him not getting enough minutes. No excuse from not to have gotten 15 or 20 minutes minimum today. "5-0 Bournemouth. Wow. That's actually insane. Bournemouth 5-0 up against Forest. Wow. What a result. Wow. We've got them away next. Trent to Canade. Craig, come to CA to smoke. Well, my pleasure. I'd love to. 3 minutes plus stoppage time to go here. And don't forget, we'll be asking you to vote for your man of the match and submit your player ratings in our match reaction coming up after the game. There's a link to the match reaction pinned to the top of the chat right now, but it will auto-direct you there. What's the score in the Arsenal game? 1-0 to Arsenal, mate. Referee pulls up there. Fell by Endo. Free kick to Ipswich. About 10 yards inside their own half. Right hand side. What date is our next game? Wednesday. We travel away. PSV Eindhoven. The final Champions League format game. Where if we win it, obviously, if we need a point to guarantee we top the league format. But you might as well go for the win and get 8 wins from 8. Ipswich still trying to attack here and get something. Canade comes across, blocks the cross. It'll be an Ipswich corner on the near side. Excuse me. I mean, I can't believe I have to say this, but, you know, why are we worried about Bournemouth? Come on, we should be a bit better than that now. Right, Ipswich corner coming in. 4-1. Ipswich have pulled one back. Diving header at the back post. No clean sheet today. Yes, Kirkes says he won't come to Liverpool, mate. But I don't know if he said he said it in a stream himself. Don't know if he meant in January or ever though. There goes the clean sheet, and again, delivery all the way through, and everyone stands there looking at him. Look, over Canade's head, Endo to the back post. Nobody tracks the man. Diving header at the back post. And that'll be 4-1. Clean sheet out the window. Jacob Greaves, the goal scorer for Ipswich. So, according to the chat, it was Elliot's man. Elliot was marking him. I didn't see who started who was marking him, so fair play. But look, it's a consolation goal. It's frustrating we don't get the clean sheet, of course. 5 minutes added on by the ref at the end of the game. 5 minutes for those asking. 5 minutes stoppage time added on. Ball's back with Allison. Out to Virgil. To Endo. Ball over the top, looking for Darwin. Oh, he might have got a touch on that. He tried to pull it down out of the air, couldn't quite get the touch, but if he had have, could have steered it past the keeper. But it was a good ball over the top. Three minutes and a little bit of stoppage time to go. Ahead of what's going to be a pretty big week. PSV Eindhoven and then Bournemouth in a game where Arsenal fans and many others will be looking at Liverpool to drop points, so we need to make sure that we don't. So it depends, mate, because for me, as an example, I have to have Premier Sport, TNT Sport, Sky Sports. Others have to have Prime, and then I've got my Spanish DAZN account, so a lot is the honest answer. And thank you for your super chat, my man. Appreciate you. Sweet. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you. Glad you're enjoying the channel, mate. Thank you for your support. And if you guys haven't hit the subscribe button, please do. Right, we're inside the final 2 minutes of stoppage time. This switch on the attack again down our right-hand side. Does the Spanish DAZN account have every game? Yes, they do, mate. Every game. Even the 3 PMs, yes. Another corner here to Ipswich. Oof, another unmarked header there that thankfully for us goes over the bar. Bournemouth will be the toughest game of the season for us. No, it won't. Like, it's Bournemouth at the end of the day, and they're doing well and all that, but there's a reason why we're top of the league. So it's going to be a difficult enough game, but don't be hyping them up to be prime Barcelona. We should be able to go there and impose our will and get that win. So how do you sign up for it? Again, you got to get creative, mate. It's not a straightforward process, is all I'll say to you. Arthur said, fun match, gonna rewatch it from the beginning. Nice one, Arthur. Thank you, bro. Finished in the other game, by the way. Arsenal won 1-0. That game finished. And it's full time at Anfield as well. And the referee puts the whistle to his lips and it finishes. Liverpool 4, Ipswich Town 1. A brace for Cody Gakpo. A goal for Mohamed Salah. And it was opened by Dominic Szoboszlai. Ipswich got a late consolation goal as well. So Liverpool do their job, get the win. And we move on to Wednesday's game in the Champions League against PSV Eindhoven. And then a very intriguing game next weekend away against Bournemouth at the Vitality for another 3 p.m. kickoff. That won't be shown on TV in the UK. So again, you know where I'll be. I'll be here taking you through the game. Match reaction coming up in 30 seconds or a minute's time. So make sure you guys get over to that. Link is pinned to the top of the chat right there now. And again, a little thank you to our sponsors, Manscaped. Check out the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra All-in-One men's grooming kit. And get yourself 20% off and free shipping store-wide with the code Anfield20 at checkout. That is 20% off and free shipping store-wide. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you in about a minute's time for the match reaction. It will auto-direct you there with the links pinned to the top of the chat if you need it. And we'll ask you for your man of the match. And, of course, you can submit your player ratings as well. Thank you to everyone that joined us. Thank you to our sponsors as well. And we'll see you in a few minutes. Well, in a minute. Much love. Bye-bye.